think we are live. Should be live. Alrighty. So yeah. Just to reiterate that we have a stopping point today. Once we get there, we'll call it and then go from there. The next pickup, the next session. But just firstly, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. I know we're all a little. It's the holidays. It's like December, end of year. All kinds of crazy stuff starts happening. So, but we'll get through today and we'll make it. So, quick recap for everyone. I know this is like the first session we've all been together since the beginning, I think. So we had chapter 1 together, and that was kind of an intro and travel and stuff like that. And then I think we were missing Laura the second session, and then Bernadette's gone the last session, and here we are now. So we are all together. But quick recap of the last session. You all had finally made contact with Freddy, the high elf, who had requested assistance from Candlekeep in regards to some odd things happening throughout the Silver Forest and the area near Silver Moon. Silver Moon. So I will pull up the big map, I think, really quick, just so we all get an idea of where we are. Maybe I will. Oh, yeah, here we go. Thank you. It looked different because I have a big giant book on it. I was like, that's not right, but that is right. So, yes, you all were up here near Allison's Hold. That is where Frederick requested help from. And you just met with him, and he discussed essentially what was happening in Silverwood. He confirmed more or less what was written in the letter, and then gave you some gave you some more information in regards to what was happening. Lightning striking, red lightning striking throughout the forest, clouds and darkness appearing even during the day, almost if a storm was blowing through Silvery Moon. Some of the animals are fleeing, especially from the north. Some were just hiding and disappearing altogether. There was also an increased activity of barbarians and wild men and hunters that were coming in from the Evermoors to the west. It just seemed like a lot of things were happening in Silverwood altogether. And on top of that, one of the things that was most concerning to Frederick was some kind of dark kind of presence that some of the animals and some of the other creatures were describing to you, or describing to him rather. And he was worried that the Silver Forest had been potentially touched by or corrupted by the plague, or at least parts of it were. However, it was too dangerous for him to venture in on his own or altogether. So he requested the help of Candlekeep, and you all were dispatched there to help. So it didn't take too long. You guys all had shared a meal, sat around. Frederick described what was happening, and then he requested that you all get on your way. And since it was early enough in the day, you guys decided to just leave that afternoon, and not much rest was needed since you had just made the trip from Shadowtop Cathedral a day prior. So it was pretty straightforward stuff. But you departed there, headed north towards the forest, and it didn't take long before you encountered a trio of satyrs. So you came across the meadow, met some satyrs. They were pretty jovial people. They greeted you all in a language that I believe only Kyle could understand. They all spoke Sylvan. And so Kyle was able to greet them and talk with them, and they recognized Kyle as a Kirkpa and kind of danced around him. And at first, Kyle was lost in kind of the revelry. Kyle being back in the woods and meeting some more forest folk like the satyrs brought back some fond memories. And so he just kind of lost himself to that and danced with the satyrs, while the rest of the group kind of were left behind a little bit. They didn't understand what the satyrs were saying, but Kyle later did his best to translate. And come to find out that the satyrs, were at a party, were at a gathering, maybe had a bit too much to drink, wandered off, and got lost. They claimed they were attacked by a flock of wild birds, but Whether that was true or not, it's really undetermined. But regardless, you didn't sense any real malice in the satyrs and agreed to follow them. So sure enough, you did. And as you wandered through the forest, you encountered several different scenarios. So first thing you encountered was a tree that seemed to be not what it at first appeared to be. It stood out as different from the other trees, but however, as much as you all tried to take a look at it and get a good read, you really couldn't narrow down what it was. But the satyr seemed confident, and so you let them do satyr things. And turns out that it was beneficial in some way, shape, or form. Tragos, Funagi, Kyle all took some sap from the tree that it offered. Artelio and Cole drank from the sap, or drank from the tree willingly or directly, both of which recovered, would have recovered some health, or, felt well by it, but also was made a little drunk by it. So it wore off in a few minutes, which was a good thing, because shortly after you were met with, I believe it was a wereboars. I believe the wereboars were the second encounter. So
Yeah.
they charged at you, took some swipes at Ahmed and Kiara. Kiara was able to fend them off better. Ahmed did take some hits, but luckily none of you were cursed by the wereboars' saliva, and so all was more or less well there, which is probably a good thing. You went a little bit further and found a pack of injured wolves, which you did not immediately attack. It was clear that they were fleeing from something, or had fled from something, and were injured in the attempt. One of them still had an arrow shaft sticking out of their rear flank, and he was the most injured. So both Kyle and I believe it was Cole attempted to kind of, or maybe it was Kiara, I don't remember either one of you. I think it was Cole though. Attempted.
It was me and Cole.
Was it okay? Yeah.
And Kyle. All three of us kind of did it.
Yeah, I know Kyle cast Speak with Animals, and then it was more or less a group effort, just trying to calm the wolves down and see what was going on. But luckily, due to Kyle's spell, he was able to at least partially communicate with the wolves, mostly through their sense of smell. You got an idea of several smells in which you envisioned or could sense a group of wild men or a group of hunters that were tracking the wolves, had injured them in the attempt, in the hunt, but they were able to flee. But not only that, you also were finally able to more or less verify that the plague has in fact touched the Silverwood. You were able to smell the same decay and the same darkness and the same corruption that you had all encountered before, several times at Brantifax Manor for the first time, in the Murloc Cave or in the Platinum Mine once before. Kyle was definitely able to identify that, the plague is here. However it got here, you're unsure, but it was here, is here. So Kyle administered a healing potion to the most hurt of the pack. I believe that's what it was. Cole and Kiara, I think, tossed some of their rations to the wolves as well to kind of calm them down. So it was much easier to help them. And the wolves kind of, you kind of just left them there in hopes that maybe they would follow you. I believe it was Cole and Kiara kind of left a cookie trail of stuff, just kind of showing them like you're not enemies. You're not going to harm them any further. So that encounter went off without any combat, which was nice. Because shortly after that, I believe you wandered on for a little bit longer with no real issue, but it wasn't too much longer before you ran into a pack of berserkers, and the berserkers had actually kidnapped or taken hostage the 3 satyrs, and rather than immediately attacking, I gave you the option of going into initiative and figuring things out. I told you that your goal was to kind of stall for 3 turns. And so you all rolled various charisma checks, persuasion, and or intimidation. Overall, you succeeded 3 times out of 3, so there was no really issue. I think Kiara actually rolled a natural 20 at one point, so covered all your bases, and they were essentially scared into releasing or at least backing away from the three satyrs. At which point, the pack of wolves that you assisted stepped in and finished them off. It was confirmed that these were the hunters that had originally hunted the wolves. They confirmed in their dialogue with you, and so you all just let the wolves do their thing, and do their thing they did. So pretty nice. But it wasn't too long. The satyrs revealed to you that their meeting place was just over the ridge up ahead, and that is when you arrived at Polvarth Plateau, I think is what it's called. What I called it. Polvarth Plateau. Yep, that's exactly right. So the satyrs, rejoined their revelry, went off and started mingling. A couple of you started to do the same, just kind of seeing what was around. I believe Kiara was interested in the leprechaun who was crafting fun little things at the table. I think it was Kyle who stepped off to also meet with another leprechaun, as well as the grinning cat that was down here, and go see what Artelio was doing. But it was Alaric who decided to step up closer to this big giant tree. The tree was impossibly large. Its branches spanned the entire length of the clearing, which was like over 100 feet in diameter. And Alaric was most interested in that. Kaio kind of got the sense that this tree had some kind of connection to this forest because he had seen and visited a similar tree in the high forest himself. So he, kind of keeping an eye on it. But it didn't take much, because as Alaric approached the tree woke up and apologized for its sleepiness, but said that it had been a long time since he'd seen travelers such as you. And this is kind of the idea that you're getting. Its branches are probably a bit bigger. The canopy is quite a bit larger, but as you look closer and as it begins to wake up further, you start to see more humanoid, human-like, or at least beast-like characteristics. Obviously, he's planted firmly in the ground, but this is what he would be. And yeah, I believe it was at that point that Kiara decided to come over and apologize to the leprechaun, but more important things are happening. And that's where we ended the last session. So I think that about covers everything. Am I missing anything, or does anyone have any comments, questions, or concerns before we move on and go with you guys?
No, man.
Okay, Bernadette, you weren't here last week. Do you have any questions? Do you need anything else clarified for you?
No.
Okay. Then that's where we'll pick up. So let's go ahead and have everybody roll their first d20 so we can get a talking order going. All right, get the unfortunate rolls out of the way. We have Cole, Alaric, Kiara, and Kyle. Okay, perfect. As we mentioned before, the last person in the talking order will have control primarily of Ahmed. He could be a help bot for anybody who needs the help, but whoever, at the end will just control both characters. I think that covers it. So if nobody has any questions or issues, then we'll start off with Cole. Cole, you just saw this Alaric approach the tree. It was you, Cole, Alaric, and Ahmed that all approached the tree at first, and have just bore witness to this tree kind of, well, come to life in front of you. So whatever you'd like to do is up to you. What was that? You kind of cut out.
He's going to lean over to Kiara Is that tree really moving and king?
She's just gonna have like wide eyes looking up at the tree and just like nod, like, uh-huh.
At least I'm not dreaming, I think.
Not this time.
Right.
Anything you'd
It's
like?
alright, we find a way to break the dream.
Yeah. Any action you'd like to take? Anything you'd like to roll for?
He'd like to pinch his cheeks to make sure he's not imagining this.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. I don't know. It's up to you. You can. Hmm. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Yeah, with a 16, I would say that Cole, as you step through this clearing, you definitely feel like you're stepping into another world. As a drow in the Underdark, you've surely seen some odd things, some magical things, but living in the mountains, living underground is very different than living in a forest such as this. And while you've grown accustomed to city living, living in Waterdeep with your parents for so long, or at least your mother, this is still very new to you. And although it is almost unbelievable, right? Walking through the forest itself, um, is one thing, but actually interacting with a sentient tree in this case is a whole different thing. And uh, as best as you can tell, you are not dreaming. This is about as real as it gets. And although everything around you does appear to be very ethereal, um, it's it's real. It's happening. And however you decide to come to terms with it is up to you. So,
I guess it's real.
alrighty, Lyric, I think you're up.
Alaric is just gonna like look up, like mouth open at the tree, and the first thing that he's gonna say is beside wow, that's like, what are you?
He kind of looks down. He's already looking at you all and kind of admiring the party for the most part. Um, but at your question, you see that like some of his like limbs rustle. He kind of like puffs himself up a little bit more, and he responds, I believe the polite question is who are you, not what, but I am a treant, and the denizens here, especially the satyrs, they call me Feanor. Who and what are you?
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. You just caught me off guard, you know? Not every day I see someone like you, you know? Uh, my name is Alaric, and these are my friends. I introduce Cole and Kiara and Ahmed, and point at Kyle over there.
I just wave.
Just just wave. Well, yes, yes. Well met to you all. I do I no apology necessary. But
uh,
I must ask, what brings you to my clearing?
Alaric has so many questions, but he just looks at like friends just to give them a chance to talk.
Sure.
Mm, well, we were we were escorting those guys over there, and but we're here to investigate what's going on, all the weird stuff around in the forest.
Yes, the satyrs do tend to get into quite a bit of trouble, so I appreciate you looking out for them.
Of course.
Hmm. As far as the trouble in the wood, well, I have heard rumors, but despite that, what do you think you can do for the wood itself?
Um,
Actually, are we looking for? Are we looking for what's her name? Will Dolly?
hmm?
I thought we were looking for Will Dolly. That's why we're here.
Oh yeah, you are correct.
I mean,
So,
you're both kind of correct. You're in the woods for one reason, but you're here in the clearing kind of for another, I suppose.
mm,
There, one is just a pathway to the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. Well, now tell them that we're here looking for a wheel dolly so we can get some more information about the plague that's going on. So we
Hmm.
can try to stop and prevent further spread.
Well, in that case, if you're looking for Wheel Dolly, I suppose I could point you in the right direction. One moment, please. And he kind of he kind of settles in. You can see that he again. It's like honestly, it's like a person taking a deep breath. The entire canopy above him kind of raises and lowers as he kind of settles into this like almost meditative state. The eyes that you can see in that have appeared in the bark tend to close or begin to close, and he just kind of enters this like meditative state. And it's a few minutes. It's quite a long time. Um, in fact, we're gonna say it's gonna be long enough. 5 minutes goes by, and nothing changes. So we'll go ahead and what does everybody want to do? It's entirely up to you. Kyle, I don't think you've really gotten an opportunity to do anything. So after the first 5 minutes of waiting, um, you can choose to wait longer, or you can go meander, or whatever you like.
Um. Well, last time I was coming over here to ask this individual regarding Will Dolly. So I guess I'll do that in the meantime.
Okay.
And hello.
Uh, hello.
Um, I was wondering if I could ask a question, if you don't mind. My name is Kyle.
Hello, Kyle. How can I help you?
Yeah, I was wondering if you knew where Wheel Dolly is.
Wheel Dolly. I don't think I'm familiar with the name. Do you know what they are? Who they are?
Uh, no, not really.
Well, that causes some problems. Nope, I don't know any Wheel Dolly myself, but there are quite a few people here. Maybe somebody's heard of them.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you.
And you, Kyle.
How's your day going?
It's not too bad. We've traveled a long way. I'm actually surprised to see so many people here, but looks like many of us were displaced by what's going on in the forest. So, but this place seems like a safe refuge here. Our friend Feanor here, he seems to keep well at least this area safe. And well, I just hope we don't have to go any further.
Okay. Well, I hope it gets better.
Thank you. Me too. Be
And
safe out
then
there.
You too. And I just walk away and go back to the group. Well, I guess I'm waiting.
Okay. Cole, 5 minutes has passed. Are you patiently waiting, or are you wandering off as well?
He's waiting.
Okay. Alaric?
Alaric is just still looking at the big guy, and it's just like having so many questions, and it's like wondering more like personal questions towards this creature, and
Sure.
so he's patiently waiting. Yeah,
Okay.
Uh,
Perfect.
he's not gonna
I
move.
just I had a small correction.
Okay.
You referred to that I visited a tree, um, but I'm aware of that tree. I know I never actually visited
Perfect.
because it's not actually like allowed to without some sort of status.
That's fair. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Small correction.
Appreciate it. Okay. So Cole's waiting. Alaric's waiting. So many questions about the tree. Kiara.
I am sitting on the ground waiting and trying to call one of the cats over. She's just kind of like
Psst, psst,
trying to
psst.
call it.
Okay. Go ahead and animal handling.
So,
Actually, let me double check whether animal handling would even work. These are, I mean, they're fake creatures. I think they're beasts. But I don't know. I should mention that they're actually like very large creatures. I think that's
Big kitty.
they are big. The leprechauns are small, but they still take up a medium space. And then the sprites over here are tiny. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? This would be funny. Go ahead. You go ahead and roll whatever. You're trying to call them over like a cat. So go ahead and try an animal handling check.
Oh god. Oh shit!
I
Bro.
don't even. All right.
Come here, kitty.
Come here. Which one are
Scrub the shit out of it.
which one are you trying to which one are you trying to call?
This one, the one that I was originally trying to like get close to.
Okay. Perfect. So you actually as you're calling over the large cat that that is a cat, it disappears. It's almost like a Cheshire cat style of disappearing, right? It begins to just fade out of existence. And the last couple of things that you see are its eyes and this like big green grinning smile. And it just like vanishes. But it doesn't take long as you try to kind of make sense of where it just went. It does appear directly behind you. Well, off this way, and it speaks to you in out loud in common. You should know that I'm probably smarter than most of the people here, and we don't usually respond kindly to, well, being treated like a common household cat.
Oh, well, my bad. I'm sorry. Do do you and your kind still like scratches?
I think most kinds like scratches.
May I?
Please.
She proceeds to very lovingly and vigorously scratching behind his ears and under his jaw.
The cat is kind of enjoying it. You are probably, other than the very large ox that's up there, he's quite a bit bigger. He's actually bigger than most of the species here currently. Most definitely bigger than the sprites and the leprechauns and things like that. You being the largest creature probably in the clearing, other than it and the other grinning cat, and I think I don't know actually, is the blink dog considered large? Nope, medium as well. He's bigger than the dog, so
That's great.
he he just kind of settles into the scratches, and you can hear this deep purr as it resonates. But he's still a cat, so it doesn't take long before he kind of like, he doesn't really bat at you, but he's done. You've scratched him.
Yeah.
He's out of there. He's like, thank you for the scratches, but I think that will be all. And then kind of just again disappears.
Bye, friend.
And then yeah, that's it.
Cola's like, that was a huge cat.
What do you mean? He's just a little baby.
Little.
he's
Define
bigger.
little.
They're just a little baby, bigger than all of you, but yeah, it's large. Okay.
Pretty sure it can eat me in one hole.
Okay, so we've done a full rotation. Everyone decided to wait the 5 minutes. It's now been 10 minutes, so another 5 minutes have passed. Any changes? Kyle, you're up first. If you'd like to just wait and say wait. If
I put flowers around him.
okay. Where are you getting the flowers from?
From somewhere.
Just gotta go.
Yeah.
Try it.
Can I make a nature check?
Say that again. What was that? A nature check?
Yeah.
Sure.
Make a nature check and
Go ahead.
get some flowers for him.
Go to your fine. Go lay down. We just went out beforehand. You don't need my tacos.
19.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're looking around the clearing, and it's mostly just a wooded area at first. There are some, like, various little flowers and colorful things on the ground, but, it doesn't take you long to realize it, as some of the dryads are walking by and passing through, some flowers are just sprouting up behind them. So, rather than trying to scour the whole clearing, you're lucky enough to just, like, follow a dryad, and you pick a few of the flowers that sprout from their footsteps as they walk away, and sure, place it around the trunk, the body of Feanor. Cole, still waiting, or is 10 minutes too long for you?
He's going to be annoying and poke a Lark's back.
Oh,
What do you want?
I'm bored. Entertain me.
It's only been 10 minutes. Come on, sit down. Go
I'm
go
very
go cuddle with the
impatient.
cat with Kiara.
The cat's gone though.
Oh shit. Well, go find it then.
That's a lot of work. Carry me.
Man, sounds like a you problem,
Carry
man.
me.
Let's go. What I look like to you? Horse?
A handsome prince to carry me.
Oh.
Oh god. Uh, yeah, Lark is speechless.
It's all right, Cole. I'll carry you around. I need
Yeah,
to go off over here anyways.
my war
Uppies.
goddess.
What was that, Kyle?
Yes, all the uppies.
Uppies,
Thank
Yes.
A Lark shakes his head.
All right.
Okay, so 10 minutes, I guess that's too much for Kiara. Kiara's wandering off.
She wants to walk over with Cole on her back, obviously, to Tragos and ask him about the person, about what was the name, Widali?
Will Dolly.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
'cause he's the one that mentioned to talk to them, so I imagine he knows what they look like, where they may be.
Yeah, not a problem.
Why the tree went back to sleep.
He's, not, he's not, you don't have to roll for it. He goes ahead and holds the conversation with you. He's talking with leprechauns, eating some food, drinking some more wine. Although you notice that it seems like the satyrs are the only one that have wine. You're not entirely sure how that works, but The satyrs are, pretty lively people, but he tells you that Will Dolly is an elderly. He's an older sprite. He's kind of like one of the elders of the forest. He's from a place not far from here called Dewlight, but Tragos doesn't know the way. He's never visited there personally. Sometimes Will Dolly will visit the clearing, or sometimes he'll visit other places, usually in, some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Some kind of caravan, some kind of, not like kind of like an emissary, he just goes, and as an elder, he visits certain places, and but he's not here. But
Hmm.
should be able to find him, ask around somehow.
Okay, sick. I'm gonna carry Cole back over and tell the group.
Sure. So as Kiara and Kyle come back, Kyle's laying the flowers at the base of the trunk. Kiara's coming back from Tragos after, interacting with the cat, the grinning cat. The trees begin to rustle again, and again, it's like the tree letting out a big sigh as he comes kind of awake. Well, I wouldn't say awake, out of this trance, out of this meditative state. And he begins to kind of report again in this like deep rumbling voice, and he says that he's taken the time to communicate with various wildlife and plant life throughout the forest. His roots run deep, and many of the trees in the forest themselves are his, saplings, his acorns, his, I think, what did I say this big giant tree was? It was a maple tree. So actually don't even know if, I don't know what maple trees have. Maple, but I don't know. They propagate through seeds of some kind. I don't know, but regardless, the wildlife have propagated his seeds throughout the forest, and so he has connections with many of them. And the animals that, yeah, um, the animals that have drank from his sap, or have tasted the water from his leaves, are often, they maintain a connection with him. And so he goes on to report that it appears that that whatever corruption, whatever darkness is taking hold of the forest, appears to be coming from a place that he calls the Pool of Eternal Spring. And he says that it is being sullied and tainted by bloodlust and something else that he's never encountered before.
Not bloodlust.
Not bloodlust. That's too much. But he's not. Unfortunately, it appears that a lot of the wildlife have fled that area, and the trees that he, or his saplings, whoever he has a connection with, it appears that a lot of them have been cut down. There's some kind of, again, there's the hunters, excuse me, the hunters or the wild men have come and cleared out a decent portion, or decent amount of trees around the area. And so he's unable to tell you exactly what is there or what is going on, but it seems like that's like a blind spot for him, and that's kind of why he is able to identify it there. But he says that if you truly are here to protect the forest, or truly are here to help, then he strongly urges and strongly requests that you go towards the pool of eternal, or the pool of eternal spring, and cleanse it or stop whatever corruption is taking place. Call, you're up. That's you.
Okay.
Alrighty. That was a lot to take in.
Right.
Mhm.
Um,
Laura, I hate whatever you posted, and gift. Terrifying.
That's nightmare fuel.
I do not
I
like
was staring at it for a second and I was like, what the fuck?
It's- okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not your fault. I just
It's cool.
It's 100% her
it
fault.
makes me uncomfy. She's not responsible for my feelings. I
That's
am
fair.
responsible for my feelings. And I feel uncomfortable.
You feel uncomfy?
Uncomfy. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so you just got all that kind of stuff. Blind spot near the pool of eternal spring. It is further north in the direction that you were traveling, or at least in the well, you've been traveling north since you got here, but it seems like the pool of eternal spring is even further in the north. Go figure. So it's really just there. You just got to kind of continue. Well,
I'll be
north.
back. I'll use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. So yeah, Cole, you're up first in the talking order. Is there any questions that you have or anything that you would like to do with your turn?
Not
No? You say no?
no.
Okay. Well, Alaric is in the restroom. Well, Laura's in the restroom, but Alaric is we'll just say Alaric is in awe of the tree once more. Kiara, you're up then.
All right, so are we still gonna try and talk to Wheel Dolly guys over in what was it? Dewlight, or do you want to try and go straight to the pool of eternal spring?
Hmm.
As Kiara relays the question to the group and Kyle begins to respond, Feanor reacts or responds first. And again, in his deep sonorous voice, he comes across as, yes, Will Dolly. He is along the path to the pool. I'm sure he would have information or assistance to provide to you.
Awesome.
Oh, so it's like in that direction. So
Thank
should
you
be
for
good
that
then.
information.
Quite convenient for the story, isn't it? Yeah, in this case, it is.
Looks into the camera.
It looks into camera, breaks the fourth wall. No, I mean, to be fair, the Silverwood is pretty narrow. It's like, I wouldn't say really narrow, but, it's more long than it is wide. So it just, you guys are following a northerly path, and it just makes sense in this case that everything is more to your north. So you came through the south and you didn't find anything crazy. Well, you fought some crazy things, but you didn't find anything crazy there. So your options are limited. It's either here or north. So it's not here
But the kitties.
that you know of. The kitties are the real villains.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun. Yeah.
Sick. Well, Kiara's gonna Irish goodbye everyone and start walking.
Goodbye. Just leaves.
um,
Deuces.
I'm back. What did I
Welcome.
miss?
Everything.
Oh shit! Is the Mr. Got that? What's his name again? Fuel.
Feanor.
Boy.
Feanor.
Wait. Yeah. Is he still meditating?
No.
No.
Okay.
Do you want to say something to him?
Just ask him personal stuff because my character is interested about what like that's never really seen something like that, I'd say. So
Maybe start
he
by
wants
calling him,
Hmm?
not calling him that.
He's a fool.
someone like him.
There we
Someone like
go.
Don't
Nailed
defend the
it.
tree.
Look, it's really hard to place sentences with, especially with someone you never seen or some creature that you don't even know. You know, don't know if you call him, it, them. You know.
I feel like Alaric's just digging himself a nice hole.
Hell yeah.
Roots begin sprouting around Alaric's feet, slowly creeping up his legs to hold him in place. Yeah, no. So Kiara's wandering off to the north, or begins, just going. Alaric, you can ask whatever question you like.
I wanted to ask him if he like controls everything around it, since his roots are like seems like going deep, or it's just he's there.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have any direct control over the forest, but as I mentioned before, right, he's very old, clearly. He's been in the forest. He was one of the original trees of the forest. Maybe, he can't quite remember. He might have been the first tree of the forest. But regardless, over the centuries, many of his, like I said, many of his seeds have been spread throughout. And he has a connection with each of the trees that sprouted from his own seeds. Some of the wildlife again that comes to eat of the nuts of his trees, or the drinks from the water, or drinks from the sap. He maintains some modicum of control, not control. I'm sorry, some modicum of connection. It's not as strong as the ones that he has, directly to his seedlings, his quote unquote children. But no direct control. It's more just like a mutual respect, right? He is the oldest tree in the forest. He's been around since the beginning, and so he requests information or reaches out, and oftentimes when he does so, he gets what he wants. Obviously, there is a deeper magic here, right? I mean, any kind of creature that can live like this. But so I can give you some information. I don't know if maybe just through basic stuff, but treants are awakened trees that dwell in ancient forests. Although treants prefer to while away the days, months, and years in quiet contemplation, they fiercely protect their woodland. I don't know what the hell that word is. What is this? Demez? That can't be right.
Demure.
No, it's
Demure.
land attached to a manor and retained for the owner's own use. It's demesne? Oh, it's like a weird ass way to say domain. What? I've never seen this word before in my life. I'm posting it in the... Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Cool.
Copy. Paste. There it is. That's the word that it says. How weird.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I've never seen that word. I'm going to post it here, and there, everybody who wants to see it in the Discord, or not Discord, but in the... My goodness, words hard. Twitch. Yeah, thank you. I posted it there too. I have no idea. It's just a weird way to say domain. But anyway, fiercely protect their woodland domain from outside threats. I mean, context clues made that obvious, but still. A tree destined to become a treant meditates through a long cycle of seasons, living normally for decades or centuries before realizing its potential. Trees that awaken do so only under special circumstances and in places steeped with nature's magic, which makes sense because we're right outside Silvery Moon. Lots of elves, lots of magic in the area. You got the weird magical swampland to the west, so lots of magic here. Treants and powerful druids can sense when a tree has this spark of potential, and they protect such trees in secret groves as they draw near the moment of their awakening. During the long process of awakening, a tree acquires face-like features in its bark, a division of the lower trunk into legs, and long branches bending downward to serve as its arms. When it is ready, the tree pulls its legs free from the clutching earth and joins its fellows in protecting its woodland home. After a treant awakens, it continues to grow exactly as it did when it was a tree. Treants created from the mightiest trees can reach great sizes while developing an innate magical power over plants and animals. Such treants can animate plants, using them to ensnare and trap intruders. They can call wild creatures to aid them or carry messages across great distances. Even after awakening, a treant spends much of its time living as a tree. While rooted in place, a treant remains aware of its surroundings and can perceive the effects of events taking place miles away based on subtle changes nearby. Woodcutters who avoid culling healthy living trees and hunters who take only what they need of the forest bounty are unlikely to arouse a treant's ire. Creatures careless with fire, those who poison the forest, and those who destroy great trees, especially a tree close to awakening, face the treant's wrath. So there you go. It does have it says that it has some kind of control over the wildlife, but that's it's not really mechanically speaking important. It does say it has an option that says animate trees. The treant magically animates 1 or 2 trees it can see within 60 feet of it. These trees have the same statistics as the treant, except blah 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 mechanical stuff. So they can essentially temporarily awaken a tree to serve as its kind of minions, but it can only do
Cool.
that once a day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Alaric's train of thought is like, if this tree is powerful, does that mean that this tree probably sensed the plague or something shifting within the air or something, and possibly have like a little bit of like more insight, or even if they've seen something like that, experienced like a change or plague like that before, that threatened the forest or something.
Yeah, so unfortunately the only thing that it really knows at the moment is that whatever darkness or whatever danger is coming from the place that I mentioned, the pool of eternal spring. It seems that of all the forests, again, he has kind of a blind spot there, and he's not entirely sure why. Most of the wildlife has fled that area, so he can't reach out to them. A lot of the trees in the around the pool have been culled or cut down, and so he can't see directly. And there's, like I said, it's like a blind spot in his vision. It's like a whole area just going dark. So he knows something is going on there, and which is kind of obvious considering like all the animals that are fleeing that location too. But unfortunately, other than it just being obviously a place of something bad happening, he just doesn't know what. And then he did mention, after Kiara and Kyle were speaking of Will Dolly, he did mention though that it's possible that Will Dolly knows something more, as the sprites are the sprites are curious creatures, and they might have scouted out or figured something else out. But they are sometimes secretive. So even though they might know something, they might not be so willing to assist. But he's confident that if you let them, that if Will Dolly trusts you, then he'll give you information that he can.
Alaric nods. A lot of information. Just thanks him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does anybody have anything else? Any other questions or comments about Feanor, or about the clearing, or about what you're doing before? Yes, Kyle.
It's more of a personal question. It's relating to, like, well, since the beginning of this campaign, of the question of my origins, of the Kerpka. Um, I would just I'll just thank him for, like, all the information, but if he's willing to share any knowledge of um of what he might know of our origin, since he's very uh wise and old.
Yeah. So he.
Because I'm sure I'll never get this opportunity ever again to talk to a Trent of this nature.
Yeah. I mean, he tells a story that is probably is very similar to the story that he just, or the information that you just got relayed as well. As Alaric is asking him more about treants and himself and kind of how it came to be. But I was reading that description of the treant. That was just my way of kind of describing the conversation that you all were having. So all that was a lot of information all at once. It's just, it's much easier to just explain that to you or read that to you than have a full ass conversation in treant. So he tells you, Kyle, a story very similar. He believes, he doesn't know who the first Kirkpa was. He doesn't know where the Kirkpa came from, but he knows of, many creatures of the forest awakening similar to treants, right? Treants are, they have that spark of potential, and in some cases that spark is nurtured by the magic around them, nurtured by druids, nurtured by other magic wielders, and eventually that spark of potential becomes the spark of life, right? And that's his opinion, is that ages ago there was a natural or a common woodland squirrel that perhaps contained that same spark of potential and was potentially nurtured by something, whether it be the magic of nature itself, whether it be by a Myaliki, whether it be by a passing druid. Yes, hear you. Whatever it may be, that is his opinion, is that Kirkpa came to be the same way any magical life comes to be, through the magic of Faerun, kind of thing.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anything else for the clearing before we move on?
No.
Okay. I am going to change the scene. Well, firstly, as you guys are just about to leave, a rustling of the ground kind of gets your attention, and it kind of bars your path for just a moment, Kiara, as you're stepping around, and you hear, "One moment, please." And as the rustling continues, a rather large, I won't say really large, it's actually kind of small for the size of the tree, but a little wooden box kind of appears at the ground around Kiara's feet, since you stepped forward. You stepped around, and he's kind of stopping you. Okay. But he looks over, glances, and open the box, please.
Okay. She reaches down and opens it.
Yeah, inside is a wooden, almost like a flask, but you can see that it's made out of a nicely polished wood, and it appears to have a cork kind of made also of a different type of wood, but it seems to sit nicely within. And he continues, "That is a potion of hill giant strength.
Ooh.
I encountered one many, many years ago, and he was much kinder than some of the other giants I'd met, and that is a part of his essence. I'm not sure that you'll need it personally, looking at you," and he kind of nudges Kiara.
Just gonna flex a little bit.
"But one of your friends may find use of it."
She's gonna turn around and look at the group and just kind of bluntly, like, "All right, who's the weakest of you guys?"
As you guys decide that, you guys can pass it off. I'm going to do two things. One, I got to let Code outside because she's having an infarction. And then you guys...
Infarction?
It's a fancy way of saying
Starting?
no, infarction. It's a fun way of saying heart attack. Infarction.
Damn, I didn't know.
Now you do. The more you know. Knowledge. No, she's
I
having...
learned 2 words today.
She's freaking out. But yeah, Feanor goes ahead, and after the potion is taken, the box settles back into the ground, and he kind of opens the clearing ahead of you to the north. So the clearing kind of opens, and you can see that there is a small path going off in that direction. So I'll go ahead and change the scene because it doesn't matter anyway. We'll get there in a moment, but I'm going to let Code outside, and you guys can decide who gets the Hill Giant potion, and then when I get back, you can let me know. So 1 second.
Okay.
Come on, you little demon. Let's go.
So who does like melee? Like who's not a distance person?
Cole and Alaric are not are melee based, but
Mm.
they can also be range.
Yeah.
So it's one of them too.
I'd give it to Cole. Take it.
What do you
Wow,
think, Brian?
you all said Cole's like, wow, you guys, you think I'm that weak?
Pick him.
Kara's just gonna reach out and pat Cole's head and be like, "You're my pretty princess. Just accept my gift."
Oh. Okay. Only for you.
Bro.
He's easily persuaded.
I've got that charm.
I was just about to say Alaric is jealous and he wants to be princess too.
Oh,
There
you
can
are.
only be one
You're-
princess, bitch.
Don't worry. This one's my princess of darkness.
Oh shit.
No, Cole's whining. I only want to be the princess.
Now,
So
you gotta share
Kiara.
mommy's love.
No, I
You
don't
want to be
want
a
to
princess
share.
too, Kyle?
well,
I don't know. Cole might have a fucking conniption.
I'm good.
I refuse to have my attention stolen.
You do you.
Yeah. Well,
Um, your strength becomes 21 for 1 hour.
sick.
That's it.
Like above table, I really do think Bernie's character should have it. Like her characters have a tendency of having some technical difficulties in battle.
Does does
It's
that
very
mean
true.
does it have like a visual effect if someone do they grow in size?
I don't think so. I think it just makes you strong. I don't know.
Potion of
I could
Giant
be
Strength.
wrong.
It does not. It just raises your strength score to 21 for an hour.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Cole won't have buff muscle.
Alrighty. Okay, so who's getting Cole's getting the potion?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. When you drink this potion, your strength score changes to 21 for 1 hour. The potion has no effect on you if your strength is equal to or greater than that score. But you can't really see it through the vial, but if you were to pour it out, the potion's transparent liquid has floating in it a sliver of fingernail from a hill giant.
Ew.
So
Cole doesn't
drink-
want to drink this anymore.
Enjoy drinking that.
Okay.
All right.
Like opposite to Alaric, like, would you like this instead? It has fingernails in it.
All right, don't be a baby now.
Drink the fingernail. Um,
It reminds me of that potion from Harry Potter.
oh yeah,
Second one.
polyjuice,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Polyjuice, yeah.
essence of crab. Okay.
Ugh.
What was that, Brian?
I just made a gross sound like ugh.
Oh, I thought Brian said something. Okay, so
No,
yeah,
I didn't say
it's
anything.
okay. It was probably just Mel's gagging. I don't know why that made me think of you, but anyway. Okay. A narrow path in this case. I'm sorry, was there any last minute questions or comments that you had in Polvarth Plateau or for Feanor before you move on?
No.
Okay, cool. So the narrow path does lead north, obviously. That's Feanor opened up for you. And it does tend to wind its way between some densely packed trees. It is a pretty straightforward path. There's not much to it. And you encounter almost nothing. Again, it seems as if you head further north, it just is getting more dark, more ominous, a lot more than it was in the south. When you first entered the wood, it felt like a forest. There was obviously a magic about it. It is the silver forest or the silver wood, and it's can be sensed pretty easily. As you entered the clearing, obviously that magic became much stronger, but that could also be explained by the fact that there were a plethora of magical creatures there, many of which were Fey. And of course, Feanor's presence himself is very magical. But as you venture further north, away from the clearing, away from the plateau, away from Feanor and the other forest Fey creatures, you again get this sense of just foreboding as you enter darker and darker woods. But as you do travel through moss-covered trees and overgrown bush, they start to thin out, and they begin to give way to a small glen, not more than it's not more than 100 feet across at its widest point. It is smaller than the clearing that you've just entered, probably by half. But the area is peppered with colorful mushrooms growing virtually on top of each other, and some of them appear to be clustered more than 3 feet high. I need everyone here to go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Oh shit.
What was it for?
Perception.
Mhm. All right, Kyle and Cole.
Bruh, what
I'm
is
gonna
it with the single digits today? Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. We're sucking on the hind tit over here.
Kiara and Alaric, all of you as you walk through and you're clearing, Kiara and Alaric are probably looking for another scene similar to what they just left, right? But you quickly realize this clearing is mostly empty. There doesn't seem to be any signs of movement, anything really pointing to life at all, other than what I just described. There's some colorful mushrooms there. The forest is thinned out quite a bit where you're stepping into, but other than that, nothing too surprising. Kyle and Cole, you notice a little bit more though. Um, as you look towards the mushrooms in front of you, you notice that there is a warm glow emanating from the the caps of the mushrooms, or at least underneath the caps of the mushrooms. And it doesn't take you long to realize that there's like teeny tiny little lanterns. You can see the flickering of fire from these small little burning hoods, which is fun. Jutting from the caps of the mushrooms appear to be chimneys made of some kind of petrified bark or some maybe a thick stem of a small plant or something. And every once in a while, you can see the wisp of smoke coming from them. Um, Cole, you detect the scent of acorns on the wind as a breeze blows through and blows some of the smoke towards you. And you get the idea, Cole and Kyle, that these mushrooms are homes. They appear to be dozens of them scattered around the clearing, and all of them share similar characteristics. Some of them are different sizes and shapes. Some of them are 2, 3 stories tall, mushrooms growing on top of mushrooms, but they do all seem to be these little houses. But no signs of anything else. Um, However, Kyle, you notice that there is a singular sprite uh, sitting outside on like this little wooden bench just outside one of the first little mushrooms in the clearing that you can see.
Hello.
Sorry,
No.
I muted my mic. Anyways, you said us right.
Yep.
Okay.
One of these things, kind of only old.
Did we get a description of what Wheel Dolly might look like?
I never gave you one. No, the only person you
Uh,
talked to, there's only 2 people that have mentioned Will Dolly. It was one of the satyrs, and Feanor himself, but neither really gave you a description. Just told you that Will Dolly is an elder of the forest and that he might have some information.
I was like, oh, she's old. So I'll just approach. Hello.
Greetings, big folk. I welcome you to Do Light, but I do suggest that you be on your way.
But we just got
Uh,
here.
Uh, yes, all the more reason to not stop and dwell.
um, my name is Kyle. I was wondering, are you Wheel Dolly?
Perhaps I am, perhaps I'm not. Where did you come by such a name?
Well, Feanor, the Treant, told us that Wheel Dolly might be in this direction.
Yeah, at the sound of Feanor's name, even in his small stature, you can see his shoulders kind of like relax, the tenseness sleeps out of him and kind of readjusts himself. Um, yes, Feanor, a very, very old friend of mine. I guess since you know him, then there's no harm in sharing a conversation with you. I am Will Dolly. What brings you to Do Light?
I talked, so I don't know if anyone else wants to talk.
Sure. Kyle was last in the talking order, so it would be Cole, Alaric, and Kiara again.
Hello.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I could try. While you're thinking, I could try to throw a question. Uh,
Sure.
uh, Alaric just still feels a bit uncomfortable with the whole new surrounding and everything, and so he might go straight to the point and says that they're here to investigate something strange is happening around the some area of the forest, and maybe uh Whale Dolly can help
He is Will
with
Dolly.
He's Wheel
huh?
Dolly.
He said, well, he is Will Dolly, so.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if Will Dolly is a she or a he, so
Yes.
uh so maybe direction, the why is happening, anything helps, you know?
Yeah. So he he responds to your, I mean, kind of a question, I suppose. Just your request for aid, I guess would probably be the best way to phrase that. And he listens and he kind of ponders for a moment, and he confirms that um, the constant sounds of thunder coming from the wood at different times, the lightning strikes at night. He he believes that it is the signs of battle. He's whatever is happening to the north. Um, Opposing forces are clashing and probably gearing up for something big. He's mentions that many of the sprites have reported back seeing groups of vicious predators stalking through the forest of late. Some of them some of them taking the form of man, some of them taking the form of beasts, but predators nonetheless, and they've been gathering for something. Almost, it seems like waging war against either the forest itself or the deities and the spirits that protect it. But he mentions that he believes that, well, through his studies and interacting with other big folk such as you, he believes that the beasts and the predators are coming as part of the are as part of disciples of Malar. Malar the beast is what he calls them. He confirms what Feanor originally said, that the disturbances seem to be coming from the vicinity of the Pool of Eternal Spring. He also, for the first time since Frederick, also iterates that the Pool of Eternal Spring is associated with Lurue, and he would not be surprised that Malar and Lurue are, a conflict between the two is the source of everything that's happening.
Malar and Lurue. Alaric sarcastically say, "Well, that's fun."
Fun indeed.
I look at my teammate and and I say, "How are we supposed to stop something if it was exactly what he said it is?" Ho-
By shooting it.
Yeah, he's gonna die a second time, really. He's thinking.
Well, I've already died once. Might
Um,
as well do it again.
have any of us heard of a Malar before?
I know Loru, but never heard. I don't think I heard Malar. I think it's a new name.
M?
Um,
Would Kyle know of such a beast?
Maybe I can have you all roll a religion check. Kyle, you can roll with advantage. I think maybe you might know something more just by nature of being attuned or at least connected to Myaliki. Cole got a 20 higher than Kyle. I mean, it would make sense too, as far as Cole goes, being a bard, singing of tales or telling of tales of the old deities, some of the greater and lesser, would make sense. Trying to see what is best to give you. Let's just go ahead and give you the basics of it. Malar was also a lesser deity, similar to Lurue, but he is the deity of hunting, stalking, bloodlust, and bestial savagery. He is the epitome of the dark and bloody side of nature, whereas Mayaliki is a greater deity focused on the balance of, life and death, understanding that it's all a circle and that one contributes to the other. Malar is the one. Malar is definitely the death side of that more than anyone else. Being a lesser deity, he doesn't have direct control over any of that, but he is definitely revered by um, certain hunters, barbarians, and many of the times he is the god that a lot of lycanthropes move towards. So, those who shape or shift into bestial forms, men who take on, you've already fought the wereboars, you've met were-ravens, werewolves, were-tigers, were-bears, oh my. You've met those, and a lot of times the ones who become werewolves or these where I would say more to the predator style, they tend to lead or tend to follow Malar the most. Yeah, it covers much. He does directly he despises the balance of nature, right? He's less about the life part of it and more just about killing.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
That's my nature.
He is known for saying, "It is ever the way of nature that the strongest should rule." But he's also known as, actually, what would you guys might have known him as? None of these really. I mean, he's called several things. The Wild Hunter maybe would be something that Kyle knows. Master of the Hunt, and then Cole, you might know him as like the Beast Lord or the Great Beast. I can give you maybe this. Let's see what I can. Save image as. Or. Anyway, while I'm doing this, that's what you got. You guys can ask whatever you like. Cole, circle back up to you since you were thinking, and the Lark went your stead.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Oh, sorry. So there's basically a civil war then happening in this forest.
What the shit?
Malor.
That's the Beast Lord.
It's the Beast Lord.
Looks like a fucking monkey and a bird and a wild, like a bobcat had a baby.
Not the deer.
Definitely the deer.
Deers.
Yep.
Girls gotta eat.
No.
Malar had two favored forms when he was prowling the realms, the Beast and the Master of the Hunt. As the Beast, he was a 12 feet long, man-high feline creature, sleek and supple in his movements. His ebony fur was matted with blood, which dripped endlessly from his talons and fangs, and he could not speak in this form. The Master of the Hunt, meanwhile, was humanoid and as tall as the Beast was long, 12 feet tall, though it too had black fur. Above his red eyes was a large rack of antlers, able to melt away and reappear at his will, while below them was a waffling, flesh-draped hole rather than a nose and a mouth. Though able to speak in this form, he only did so in low, growling undertones or vicious snarls. So this is clearly his beast form. I don't have him in his man form. Sorry. You don't get to see the hole.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That description makes me want to draw him.
By all
Do it.
means, have fun. Have fun. I would rather not. But yeah, there you go.
Cole.
Hmm.
Cole. Cole.
He's thinking. He's thinking. I'm sorry. I'm a bit. Sorry. I'm a bit out of it today, guys. Sorry.
It's all right.
Lark is gonna ask. So we're supposed to uh. So if this fight is happening, because we don't know yet, are we supposed to stop them or join forces with the Lurue?
I mean, we could stop the feud, that'd be great, but I'm down to, hunt the hunter.
Fair enough. I just wanted to be on the same page with everybody because I don't think I have any sort of connection with nature, so I more care about my friends who does, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I look at Kyle. What do you think?
Oh, the beast lord must be stopped, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
Down with the Beast Lord.
I hate that guy.
Hate all my homies hate the Beast Lord.
Yep. I wonder if he has a bounty.
As a lesser deity, I doubt it. Who's taking out a bounty on a god?
Us.
That's
Guess
Oh, my
another god.
homies.
What'd you say?
Oh, my homies. You just said my homies hate the beast lord. So all my homies.
hell
They
yeah.
would just do it for the fun of the game, you know.
For funsies.
I guess we're gonna hunt down a deity.
Any
Lesser.
recommendation? uh,
Wheel Dolly.
Yeah.
That's his
Yes.
name. No, I
uh,
thought
I, I,
Alaric was gonna say their name.
I was gonna say any recommendation, whale dolly, like how are we supposed
Wheel.
to wheel? Oh, sorry, wheel. I literally typed wheel, but I still say whale for some reason. Uh, it, any recommendation on how to stop a god? Because
Lesser
weapon
God.
maybe lesser god. Because whether it's a full or half or quarter, I only imagine that they're gonna be extremely powerful.
If it was a god, we wouldn't be doing this.
Imagine.
Not yet, anyway.
Mm.
Oh, right. The
As,
plague lord.
as far
Jesus
as
Christ.
recommendations, I would not even know where to start. My only real piece of advice is that, as with any deities, they gain power and strength from their followers. No one if no one is there to worship them, then the god's power is extremely limited.
Okay, we need to start a rumor talking mad shit about this god.
I was
You,
thinking we
you,
were
were- you,
gonna
were-
like tell all his worshippers.
I was more thinking of we needed the sorcerer to cast fireball.
Lots and lots of
Fireball.
fireballs.
Yara's over here trying to mean girl it.
Just rumors. I heard Malar doesn't wash his hands after he uses the bathroom.
It's all bloody.
Yeah.
Well, his claws and fangs do drip with an endless amount of blood, so I think he'd just be there for a while, you know?
Right.
Yikes.
We could say that Malar turned vegan.
It's- I heard he
And he's
doesn't even
thinking
eat
about joining
meat.
up in CrossFit.
I heard that deer was a beyond deer.
All right. Well, I'll give Wheel Dolly 10 gold for
Wait, I
helping
need
us.
to say this. Say this
Uh-huh.
quote.
Finally,
How do you kill a god?
Oh, God.
it's a lesser
Lesser-
god.
Lesser.
Still, do you get
It
the
was a
reference though?
quote.
You kill a god.
Oh God.
Do we have to like pull Excalibur from somewhere? No.
I don't know that ever worked. I don't think Excalibur ever killed a god. That's a little bit beyond King Arthur, I think.
Well, how about a lesser though?
Is
I heard
that
lesser god's easy to kill.
is how to kill a god? Is that Hercules? Did
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
did Hades say that?
yeah.
Yeah. Good movie. I love Hercules. Anyway, yeah. As far as how to kill a god, Will Dolly gave you as much as he can. I'm not going to give you more information. If you guys would like to discuss amongst yourselves how you would do it, then by all means. But
I gave him 10 gold, by the way.
a piece of gold is larger than his entire body, so he does not. 10
Oh.
gold stacked high is about the size of one of his little mushroom houses. So I don't know what he's going to do with 10 gold, but
He could build himself a castle, you know, with
How
the
to-
coins.
okay.
Give it to the rest. Give it to the rest of the village.
Use it as a rooftop.
He
Great idea.
yeah. Roll up. I don't even know what I have you roll here. I guess you don't need to roll for anything. I will say that he really just doesn't know what to do with it. He thanks you for the generosity, but he has zero use for gold here in the forest. It's not currency that he would ever need or want or use or have purpose for. But he understands that that is the way that you all show some form of appreciation or payment for services. So he just lets it sit there on the ground.
Okay. Well,
Obviously,
if you
'cause
ever
he-
go outside the forest, you could use it.
Right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, are we? Alark would want to discuss some things with the group. Like, so are we starting a rumor and be a mean girl, or are we? Uh, are
I
we?
don't. I don't think
Huh?
that'll work.
I, I, I'm not really sure. I'm just taking votes. I do think that we could always just try to flank or something if we have to, but
Did you say flank or plan?
flank, like be stealthy while entering the area. And if it's a battlefield or something like that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be all busy doing their own thing, you know?
True. That makes sense. But first we gotta figure out how we kill a lesser god. Is there a way,
Alark
DM?
scratches his head.
I mean, there's ways to do lots of things. I can't tell you how.
True. Very true. Well, I'll just shoot it with my bow.
Calls
Myself.
everything.
Alaric, well, Alaric is like, I'm not ready to die a second time. It's already chaotic enough.
It's part of life. You'll be fine.
I mean, sure.
I'll
You'll get
die.
over it.
You'll die. Everyone will
We'll say it.
die.
Sure.
Sure.
What else was I supposed to say? I don't want to argue because it's true.
By the
Is-
way, when are you gonna tell me about your twitching stuff? Or is that you know
Yeah,
what's going on there?
Alaric, Alaric is hesitant a little bit, and he said he'll 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 tell Kyle after they get this job done because it's a long story.
Okay, buddy.
It's a long trip.
It's a long
Mhm.
trip. Okay. So, anything? Any other questions? I guess for Will Dolly, or anything you'd like to do here in Do Light before you move on?
Enjoy the gold.
Would
I'll
this be a
try.
situation where there's like supplies?
Oh, not for you all.
Okay.
You can't eat their mushroom houses.
Alaric does have a question though, like more like uh it's not about like what they're doing right now, but he will ask, why did you say that we should keep moving when we just got here? Just got curious. Is this place not
Good
suitable for?
question.
Yeah, I mean, he'll tell you. Well, as I mentioned, there are many strange people throughout the wood, and without knowing your intent, I did not know who you were. You came in to our clearing, as not many have, and I only wish to speed you along your way so you did not damage our home.
Fair enough. Well, take care of yourself, real Dolly.
And you, good luck. Good luck, and I hope that the forest is in good hands.
Alaric hesitantly, a big sigh. Sure, yeah, thanks.
Welcome.
Any thoughts, Kiara?
She's gonna come up and put her hand down on Alaric's shoulder and be like, "No, you're in the best hands."
The
Confident as
best.
fuck.
The best.
Be ready to kill a lesser god.
Let's do this.
Montage. Let's go.
Okay. So you do again. There's a few paths that lead out of the clearing, other than the one you came down to the south. But you choose to take the northernmost path because that's where you're going. Further to the north, it just seems to be the proper direction in this case. And yeah, you end up walking through more of the same kind of familiar forest as you walked through first time you entered. There is a slight pebbled path. It seems like some of the paths leading out are like, I don't want to say paved, but pebbled rocks, lined and scattered amongst the ground to provide some kind of direction or some kind of just a path. But so they do quickly turn into dirt. They're not the most well maintained. They're not really made to encourage travel in or out. They just exist. And the area on either side of that path begins to again be surrounded by scattered underbrush and trees. But it doesn't take long before any of that happens. I do need everyone here to roll a perception check for me.
Okay, time
Bernadette
to
is
be.
not there. Just letting him know.
She's still in there. I know she said she'd be right back, but
Damn.
all right. None of you notice. As you begin to walk through, actually, Kyle, I was looking at yours. Give me 1 second. You're level 8 now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, none of you do notice, but everyone except Kyle, you start to find it very difficult to move. Your footsteps seem to be like sticking to the ground beneath you. Kyle, for whatever reason, it seems as a welcome back. As a as your time spent in the forest and your training as a ranger, you're kind of careful about your footsteps in general and light of foot. And so the ground beneath you doesn't hamper your movement, but eventually the rest of your party becomes stuck, and you all get the restrained condition. So let me just, I guess I can just add that to everyone here.
What the heck?
Restrained,
Alark
restrained,
miss his
Restrained.
old legs when he used to have a
Restrained.
mobile.
Yeah, not anymore.
Like yeah.
Can
Damn it.
I do
He lost
something?
Can you do something?
Yeah, if I'm allowed.
At the moment, no, but
Okay.
in a second, maybe. I need everyone. Well, you all rolled perception, and none of you rolled specifically well. So yeah, now I need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh,
What the
well,
Are
shit.
you back being restrained and
Initiative. Welcome back.
What the hell, man?
Hey
Yara's
yo.
rolls suck today.
Stop it. You're
Hey
having fun, aren't
yo.
you?
Oh
Hey, come on.
no.
All of your
No.
rolls suck today.
Don't roll
Alaric.
that.
Oh wait,
Oh.
it's plus. I didn't add the thing. Sorry.
That's fine.
It's +5. So 8 plus 5.
So 13. So Alaric has 17. Kyle has 13. Cole. Cole.
Oh.
Cole has 6.
Yes. Why is my mic?
Oh no. Kiara.
3.
3. And Ahmed.
Kiki, no.
I know. I need to get my initiative up so I can actually start doing some shit.
Kyle, I need you to roll initiative for Ahmed.
Sir, yes, sir.
And then it looks like Kiara is going to control Ahmed for the duration of this fight. But
Alright.
Beat him up.
Beat 'em up.
I'm gonna do my best.
What?
remember, Ahmed gets advantage on his initiatives.
Oh, okay. 14.
14. Okay. So yeah, you start to walk through this forested area. As I said, the ground becomes interspersed with shrubs and bushes and underbrush. The trees begin to grow denser, and none of you realize until it's too late that, as I mentioned, your footsteps begin to feel a little more heavy, and it doesn't take too many steps before you realize you just can't move at all. Kyle's ranger feature does allow him to avoid that, but the rest of you do not. On top of that, you are all, in fact, besides Alaric, because Alaric cannot be surprised, you are ambushed by 4 Ettercaps. I'll go ahead and reveal this to you too. These are the Ettercap creatures.
Nope.
Oh,
Ugh.
hell
What
nah.
the
I'm gonna go and move these guys up and move these guys around to indicate that you are in fact surrounded.
That thing is gross as hell.
Boop, boop.
So these creatures is like the ones in the Baldur's Gate?
Ettercaps were in
Inside
Baldur's Gate, yeah.
They were?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's in the well in the Blighted Village.
Yep.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, it's
Forgot
disgusting
about those.
ass.
That is, in fact, an Eder cap. I can leave this here so you can gaze on all its glory.
His two bellies.
It's too. It's like
He literally has two bellies.
okay. And then, since you all are restrained, currently everyone's speed besides Kyle is 0. If you're restrained, your attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. And you all have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws
No.
until you are no longer restrained. And in this case, at the end of each of your turn, actually, it's not at the end of each of your turn. You can use your action to attempt to escape just like normal.
You said it's a dex save throw. Since I have danger sense, would I just do a flat roll?
Maybe. Let me see. I think we've talked about what does danger sense do for you.
It
Sorry.
says you add I have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that I can see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Yes. So in the instance that you need to roll a dex save, you will roll flat for that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I think that wraps up the description. Because you're all wrapped up in spider webs. You're welcome. I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, that starts we'll start the fight. So, well, sucks to suck. You guys are about to get straight up eaten. So, this Eder cap goes ahead and rushes up forward right on top of Alaric. You hear the little skittering of its jaws. It is going to attempt to both we don't need to do that. Actually, I don't think. Actually, we will. We'll do this and this. Get crit. The first one will hit. The second one will crit. You're going to take 8 damage, and you're going to be grappled as well as restrained, which I guess doesn't really matter. They kind of do the same thing in this case. What was that?
Total 8 damage, you say?
Total of 8 damage, but you can't breathe. The Eder cap comes over and essentially places a webbed hood over your mouth and your face, preventing you from breathing.
Oh shit.
So
I can't breathe.
that's fun. Okay. Sure. What's your actually I need everybody's AC. Alaric, your AC?
14.
14. Okay, then the first one should have hit 2. In which case I already had you take 8 damage, so you're going to take 10 damage on top of that, so 18.
18.
Ahmed's AC is what, 18, 17?
It is 17.
Okay, Kyle's is 18. Cole's is 17. Kiara's is also 17?
17. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So that was the first attack. Yeah, Alaric, you can't breathe, so enjoy that. Eder cap number 2 is going to step up and do the same thing to Kiara. 20 will hit.
All right.
Or actually, that's not right.
Before we get too into this,
Uh-huh.
were we able to do like a short rest or long rest or something while we were at that meadow?
Maybe if you'd asked for it, but no.
Motherfucker.
So sorry.
I can tell that you're so genuine.
So
Your tone.
sorry.
Jonathan is like, no more nice guy.
I know.
So
He said, fuck them kids.
you're going to take 10 piercing damage and 4 poison damage. And I need both Alaric and Kiara to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Shit.
The second attack will miss, though.
Constitution.
Okay, so.
I think I do have. Let me double check. Uh. Never mind. Okay.
20.
20, you're fine. You're not poisoned in this case.
Suck
Shake,
it.
shake. Oh,
Oh!
shit.
Alaric is
Got
poisoned. How many conditions can you stack, Alaric?
I don't know.
You're currently restrained, grappled, and poisoned. So,
How low can you go?
Am I dead?
no,
You
not
did say
quite.
you wanted to die, so
Careful what you wish for.
Okay, Kyle, you are not restrained, so these attacks will not be on advantage for you. The first one is a critical failure, which is nice. The second one, he cannot use that attack because you're not restrained. 16 will hit. Or actually, he's going to attempt to restrain you.
it says 16.
Oh, right, you have 8. You're the higher one. 16 misses, doesn't it? Okay. Well, luckily for you, both of them miss. Okay. And then Ahmed here will get the other one. Advantage on the bite attack. 12 misses. Advantage on the web garrote attack. 18 will just barely hit him. He will take 6 bludgeoning damage. And he will also be grappled and can't breathe.
All right. Well, shit.
Never mind. I can't even speak.
You gotta try and escape.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go.
Let's play the game. How many conditions can I stack this fight? Let's see.
Alaric, it is your turn because you are not surprised. So you are still restrained and grappled. So restrained, we already went over. Your movement 0. Any attacks you make have disadvantage and disadvantage on dex saving throws. And then being grappled really just stacks the other one. Yeah, if you can move, then you can get out of the grapple. You have to break it, but
I was asking how do I remove the grapple is the thing that makes me unable to breathe, right?
that is correct.
I wanna try to remove it. Can I do that?
Yep, you can make. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Oh shit, I'm weak.
Or yeah, in this case, it would probably be strength. I was gonna say or dex, but it doesn't really work. Dex doesn't make sense in this one. So
I bet you want that potion now, huh?
oh, I'm so sorry. It doesn't really matter because you rolled a 2, but because you're poisoned, you will have to make. Actually, it's an ability check, not a saving throw. Yeah, no, you would have to roll a disadvantage, but a 2, I think, sucks enough. So it's hard to roll more than that. You do
so
not.
hard that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You do not pass go. You do not collect $200. Your turn is over. Everyone else was surprised by this, so none of you guys can go this turn, and we go back to the top of the key. So Ettercap is going to attack again Alaric with an advantaged bite. 23 hits. You're going to take. Oh, I should probably describe what just happened. So as before we start over, yeah, as your party enters this wooded or this webbed area and you're locked in place, almost immediately, as soon as you realize that you cannot take any more steps forward, you are descended upon by these odd, fat, spider-looking creatures. They have the front mandibles of a spider, but that's pretty much where the similarities end. They have very long forearms with 2 claws on both, as well as these kind of jointed legs, almost bipedal, but they scurry along the webs with no effort really made. They walk on them very naturally, and they each descend upon those on the outside of the ring. Alaric unfortunately takes the brunt of the first attack, taking a bite and a slash as the creature poisons him and pulls a hood over his head. Something very similar happens to Ahmed. However, the Ettercap's fangs can't seem to pierce Ahmed's metal armor, but the hood is still placed over. Kyle, who is the only one who is not restrained, is able to avoid both attacks and kind of fend off the Ettercap that descended on him. Kiara is able to fend off one attack, but not the other, as you take some damage as well. Alaric, being the only one who reacts as quickly as possible, attempts to remove the webbed hood from his face, but is unable to get it off as the two of them struggle. And that would wrap up the first surprise round. Starting up at the top again, the first Ettercap, struggling with Alaric, attempts to slow him down, stop him from removing the hood, and does make a second bite attack, which does hit. So you're going to take 7 more piercing damage and 3 more poison damage. You're already poisoned, so I don't need to roll that again, which is nice. And then claw attack will hit for only 4 damage. Wow, I rolled 2 ones on that one. So
Another 4.
yeah, so you're going to take 14 total damage on that turn. Okay, Ettercap number 2 will attempt to attack Kiara again. Being restrained, you are at a disadvantage. So the first bite attack will miss, and the second claw attack will hit with a 19. And you will take, wow, holy shit, 4 more slashing damage. I rolled 2 ones again. That's actually insane. So 4 slashing damage from the claws. Ettercap number 3 will attempt to attack Kyle again, not with advantage because you are not restrained. The bite at a 21 will hit, so you're going to take 3 piercing damage and 4 poison damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. And then the Ettercap is going to attempt to...
What was the total?
7 total. 3 piercing, 4 poison. And I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And
3.
3 fails, so you are poisoned. And you are restrained. The Ettercap shoots a web at you, and you are restrained.
I did not consent.
Dun dun dun.
My friends are
It doesn't do
gonna
any.
be eating from me.
The second one doesn't do any damage, though. Just restrains you in place, so that works. And the fourth one is going to do the same with Ahmed. Advantaged bite hits just barely with an 18, taking 9 total damage, 4 piercing and 5 poison. And the claw attack will miss. The claw attack will miss. But we are now you guys can act yourselves. So Alaric, you are first up. Although you are restrained, grappled, and poisoned. So
Attempt to remove the grapple because I need to breathe.
sure. Go ahead and roll your strength check with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Oh, let me. Oh, does it matter? No.
In this case, the second 2 would make it not matter. Yeah.
Sweat, I'm dying, guys. I'm dying. I can't breathe.
Can't you bonus action drink a potion?
Not with a mask
Can I?
over his
my
face.
when my
What's he gonna do?
Oh,
Inject
true.
inject it into his veins? Ahmed is up.
Oh,
Okay.
good God.
And he's all grappled. Yeah, he is.
Grappled
Okay.
and restrained.
So he needs to try and and get the thing off his head. And that's a strength, he said?
Yep.
Okay.
Strength saving throw.
He's got this. 21.
21. Yep. No longer grappled. Boop.
Okay. Can I try and become not restrained or no?
Not this turn.
Okay. Olin?
But you have a bonus action. You can take that. You don't have any movement because of the restrained condition, but
Yeah. Well, I don't think he has health potions. So unless he can reach into Kiara's stuff and get one, I mean, that's pretty much all he can do.
okay. Then Kyle, you were up. You are restrained but not grappled.
Okay, I'll try and break the restraint.
Okay. Go ahead and use your action. Strength saving throw. Well, actually, it's just a strength check, not a saving throw.
What is giving me proficiency on strength?
On your, I don't know what you're asking. I mean, the saving throw is the rangers get proficiency or saving throw proficiency in strength and dex, but this isn't a saving throw. It's just a straight up strength check. So
Oh.
athletics for you.
Oh, okay. $16.
16 breaks free. You are no longer restrained, but that is your action.
Sorry, I'm trying to find this thing where this feature that I can use to fly 10 feet. I'm trying to make sure if it's a bonus action or not. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's bonus action. Okay. I'm gonna fly 10 feet up as a bonus action.
I'm trying to look to see what is that?
It's Withering Tide. It's a Swarm Keeper feature.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Bonus action.
I don't believe by being restrained, I don't think that gives you that option.
I thought I wasn't restrained.
Oh, you're not grappled. Oh, okay, you're fine. Yeah, go ahead. You're still going to, I believe, have an attack of opportunity against you. And
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. Then you gain 10 feet of flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm already in the air, so I don't know if he already made the opportunity attack.
No, are you just flying straight up?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll make a bite attack. And it will miss.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Cole.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Can Dimension Door break grapple?
That's a good question. I don't think the spell actually mentions that you have to move through the door, right? It's just kind of you teleport yourself. So no. Oh yes, it would break grapple. You can teleport yourself in within 500 feet. So
Can I
Nice.
take someone with me?
I'll let you read the second paragraph of that spell and then tell me if you can or can't.
I can bring one willing creature with me.
Okay, then yes.
Okay. Oh.
Which one are you taking? Well, I guess you can't take Kyle because he's 10 feet above your head. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Hmm. I'm thinking Kiara, but Alaric's dying though.
Well, if you're
I'm
gonna
not
be
dying. I'm
going,
healthy enough, but yeah, please.
if you're gonna be going like distance away, like it'd probably make more sense to take Alart because he has ranged attacks.
That's true.
I don't. I'm like up close.
Alright.
Rating is a right for all sentient beings.
I'm gonna Cole's gonna grab Alaric by the arm and cast Dimension Door.
okay. And about how far are you trying to teleport away?
Need this. I'm thinking maybe somewhere over here so that way we can like tackle these two.
Yeah, give me a number.
Mm,
Don't worry about the distance there. It doesn't. This is all irrelevant. I mean, they're all on top of
Okay.
you now, but you're in the middle of the woods, so.
what do you mean by a number?
Well, you can
Like-
teleport up to 500 feet. Are you trying to get 500 feet away from your party?
No, not like very far, like just enough so that we are in range of like being out of grapple and to blast them with magic.
Yeah, so give me a number between 0 and 500. How many feet away do you want to teleport?
Well,
Like
25.
40
I don't know.
what ranges do your spells have? Like, can you be up to 40 feet away and cast?
Let me see. I think it's vicious mockery. It's like mm,
Said
I
Vicious
just
Mockery is
find-
60? Is that what you said?
yeah, it's 60 feet of range.
Okay, so do you want to teleport 60
Vicious-
feet away?
Yeah, I'll just use that, I guess.
Then you do. Go ahead and move your character and move your character wherever you want to go, and then Alara can move his character wherever he wants to go. Well, not wherever he wants to go. Next to you is what I mean.
I was about to say, like, I choose?
Then-
What?
No, you are being yanked out of existence temporarily.
Goes forward.
Okay, you don't have to be that far away, but you want to move in that
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah. Like
Are you planning on
like-
dropping us down? Like a
no,
rocky wall?
no. Come here.
Okay, perfect.
Gee.
So now neither of you are restrained or grappled for that matter.
And as a
Gotcha.
bonus action, can I use Healing Word on Alaric as a bonus action?
No, and while we're moving on to the next person, I'll let you explain why you can't.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know why I keep thinking it's a cantrip.
Okay. Oh, still attached. Perfect. Okay, cool. So action, well, no bonus action in this case. And then yeah, Alaric is free. Kiara, you are up. Still restrained, just by your feet. It just reduces your movement speed and gives you disadvantage on certain things. But, yeah, you are up.
Okay. Well, I just want to swing at the one right in front of me since I don't have to move.
Yeah, not a problem. Disadvantaged attack throw.
Okay.
I mean, you're a
Goodness.
barbarian. I assume you can recklessly attack and make it even if you wanted, but then, I mean, to be fair, they already have advantage on you, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and recklessly attack. So,
Just a flat roll instead of.
yeah. Flat roll. All right. Let me get my brain going again. And there we go. $21.
21 will hit the Eder cap.
Okay. And then D10 plus force. Eight.
Okay, that's the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Okay, and then 17.
17 will also hit.
Awesome. 10. And 11.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
then yeah. Okay. Yep, that's it.
Okie dokie. So that brings us to the top. So the Eder cap does get a decent hit onto Alaric again, as does the Eder cap surrounding Kyle, who does cast a web spell or shoots a web out of his orifice, whatever orifice you want it to be. Up to you. Use your imagination. And does initially catch Kyle. In that, the other two Eder caps attempting to hit Kiara and Ahmed. I believe the one attacking Ahmed does make contact, but Kiara is able to fend it off. Okay, so a couple people did get, or Kyle did get poisoned in the bite on the last round. Alaric was already suffering from poison, but Alaric unable to, or was it actually? You were not able to get the grapple off of your face, but luckily Cole, casting a quick dimension door spell, was able to break the restraint of both himself and Alaric, grabbing Alaric by the arm and teleporting them up to 60 feet away. So neither of you are currently suffering any longer from the restraint. Kiara decides to take swings at the Eder cap, knowing that her arms are free, and does make contact on both. And Kyle casts a quick spell, says some words, and is able to take flight 10 feet directly into the air, breaking his restraint, but unfortunately not getting rid of the poison. Which leads us to the top again. This Eder cap here is confused by the flying squirrel-like creature directly in front of him, and is probably not going to do anything about it. Maybe he is. Roll a dice. Let's see what happens. 1 and 2 will be Ahmed. 3, 4 will be Kyle. 1, Ahmed. So he's going to come over here. I say flank, but it doesn't really matter because you're all disadvantaged anyway. So attack number 1 will be a bite attack with advantage. 16 will miss. Claw attack 15 will also miss. Oh, aren't you guys getting lucky? Eder cap number 2, same thing on Kiara. The reckless attack doesn't matter because you're still restrained. Advantaged attack bite will miss. Claw will hit. You're going to take 7 slashing damage. This Eder cap here, unfortunately, can't reach Kyle. He already used his web attack, so what he's going to do is he's going to try to recharge that. And it is actually recharged, which is crazy to me. He's going to attempt to shoot Kyle out of the sky with it. A 14 will miss, however. And because he's focusing on you, will not attack anyone else. Yes?
Sorry, I didn't want to cut in, but would I be able to do the I think Ahmed has the no. I thought I had a thing where it was like Sentinel, where I can
Mhm.
the one that went after him.
Are you trying to use your reaction to do that?
Where that's activated.
Yeah. It's the third bullet of Sentinel.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you if it was close enough.
Yeah, it's fine. Moved up, so you can.
Okay, cool. Where'd it go? I was just looking at it.
You just make a weapon attack.
Okay.
You're already recklessly attacking, so it'll be flat.
Okay. Uh, 21.
We'll hit.
And 17.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Kyle's Ettercap missed him with both the web and can attack with the claw, but Ettercap number 4 is going to attempt to attack Ahmed twice. Once with the bite. We'll hit with a 20 for 6 piercing and 1 poison. And we'll attack with the claws and we'll miss. Or Ahmed. Alaric, you are up. Still poisoned, but no longer restrained or grappled. Being poisoned, all of your attacks are done with disadvantage, however.
I want to use bonus action to uh drink a healing potion.
Okay. Before you, well, go ahead and do that. But while you're doing that, Kyle and Alaric both can roll for your Constitution saving throw. You can repeat that at the end of each of your turns, and I think we missed it for both of you. So
Okay. 2d4 plus 4, right?
yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, 2, 2. Oh, sorry. 2, 2. Shake, shake.
9.
9 fails.
Oh,
You're still
look at your
poisoned.
feet.
Alaric with a full 10 health heal. Nice.
Hell yeah. Wait, up 10. But let me remove it from my. Everything is so laggy. Okay. Let me roll my Constitution save, you say?
Yes, please.
Disadvantage or just normal?
It is a saving throw, so in this case, it's normal.
Oh, okay. Shake, shake. Wha
9 for both of you. Both
I
fail.
can't with this.
You're still poisoned, so any attack that you make will be disadvantaged.
Uh, okay. We're gonna do a good old Eldritch Blast because I don't know what else I could do here.
Sure. Which one are you aiming at?
This one right here in front
Okay.
of
Yeah. Love it. Go ahead.
first one. Eldritch Blast plus 8. But sorry, bear with me. My browser is a bit heavy. I'm 16.
16 will
Did it?
hit.
Okay. 1d4 plus 5. Not 1d4. D10. Alright. 10.
Okay.
The first one.
Yep.
And then the second one. Shake, shake. 24.
That will hit as well.
Okay. Shake, shake. 8.
Okay. Very.
was that with disadvantage?
Oh, oh,
Because
you're
you're
right.
poisoned.
You're right. You're right. I mean, do I roll it again? I rolled first time as 16. So
Yeah,
let
you'll have to
me.
roll both again. Just roll 2d20, and then we'll see if they're each is lower than the other.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me add the 8 too. Uh, actually, shake. I rolled a 1,
Okay, so
and the other one is a 14.
the first one will miss then, so he'll gain 10 health back,
Okay.
and the second one will still hit.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
Any
Brian, for reminding me.
that's
Yep.
bonus action poison, 2 attacks, 1 misses, 1 hits, and I need any movement.
I'll try to move 30 feet towards this, like right here.
Okay,
So
you'll make it about halfway.
yeah. Okay, great.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll another Constitution saving throw, and while you're doing that, it is a Med's turn.
Okay. Shake. 18.
No longer poisoned.
Yay! I
Nice.
can breathe.
Okay. He has his longsword.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. 17.
17. Are you swinging with longsword? Is that the plan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yep. Is this Ettercap or this one?
He's gonna go at this one.
Okay. 17 will hit. Go ahead.
All right. So longsword, D8 plus 3 plus a D10 plus 3. 3. Okay. He's got a total of 16 damage for his first attack.
Why is he rolling? Why are you rolling a D8 and a D10?
Because that's what it shows in the little thingy on his sheet.
No, it's a D8 if he's wielding it in one hand, a D10 if he's wielding it in two. It's a versatile weapon,
Okay.
longsword. So just take, what was the D10 roll?
The D10 was the
9.
so it'd be 9 plus
So
3, so
12.
12.
Okay. 12 damage it is.
Okay, and then let's try again. 4, 5, 6. 13 hit.
Just barely.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
These are both being rolled
So-
with disadvantage too, yes?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and roll, then just roll this attack with disadvantage or roll another one. If it's lower than a 13, he'll miss. And then we'll need to roll again for the first one. Okay, so
Cool.
the second one will hit. That's fine. So we'll keep the damage of 12. And then if you hit with this one too, then roll damage again. But go ahead and roll another d20.
Okay. A flat or with his modifier?
With his
thing?
modifier. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, he'll
Okay.
hit. So go ahead and roll the d10 plus 3 again.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're
I've
fine.
never used a long sword.
Fine.
Okay. 6.
Okay.
Uh, I need about like 5-10 minutes. If my turn come in, you could skip it or yeah, just give me 10 minutes.
Okay. Kyle, you are up. 10 feet in the air.
Alright. Yeah, I'll move 10 feet to the left.
Okay.
Like diagonally like this,
Sure.
10 feet. And then I'll shoot. I'm poisoned, so I'm gonna use a bonus action to use Surfer Strike.
Okay.
And it gives me advantage, so it's gonna be a
Flat.
straight roll.
Yep.
Gonna shoot this one.
I'm sorry, which one?
This one.
Okay, sure.
Penalty by the way.
Okay. Plus 10 to hit, or plus minus 5 to hit, plus 10 damage. 7 will miss.
Okay. Second attack
Mhm.
with disadvantage. That's another 7.
Also,
miss.
unfortunately, will miss. Okay. You used a little bit of your movement. Do you want to use any more movement? Oh, I guess
I
you.
can't.
Yeah,
I
you
only
only
get
moved
10
10
feet of
flight.
flight speed.
Okay. Okay, that's everything then. Cole, your turn.
I'm going to the vicious mockery in this one.
Oh,
Oh.
should I roll my
Oh,
Constitution roll?
yes, please go ahead and do that while Cole is vicious mockery. You guys can both roll at the same time.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Vicious mockery requires a saving throw, right?
Yeah,
What is it?
wisdom
What does he have to beat?
to be 16.
He just fails. So go ahead and roll the damage.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember how many dice.
So vicious mockery is a base of 1d4 psychic damage, but when you reach level 5, it increases to 2d4. So
Oh.
2d4, and he gets disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. I just found it when you told me.
Okay. Okay, so this Ettercap here is going to take 5 damage, and I don't have anything for disadvantage, unfortunately.
I'm back. Sorry. Had to take care of something.
You're fine. We're gonna give him poison for the second, for just for a moment while I track that, but it'll be removed at the start of his next turn, or after he makes an attack. Kiara, you are up. Oh, I'm sorry, Cole. You have that was your action. Do you have any bonus action or movement you'd like to make?
Um. I guess not. But I would say he insulted his 2 stomachs.
Perfect. Love it. How do you have 2 beer bellies?
Yeah.
Love it. It worked. He took damage. Kiara, your turn. You're up.
And I'm rolling with disadvantage.
It's up to you. You're no longer recklessly attacking. So if you choose to recklessly attack again, then you will just roll a flat roll.
Okay.
And again, in this case, you're restrained, so they already have advantage on you anyway.
Yeah.
So mechanically
So I'll go
speaking,
ahead and
yes.
recklessly attack again.
Yeah.
All right. 19.
It's no problem.
Okay.
Get him, Kiki.
I'm doing my best. All right. Okay. 9 for the first
9
one.
is all right.
Okay.
You can kill here. You got a chance to kill if you hit.
Oh man, the pressure. All right. Ciao. 21.
21 hits.
All right. Y'all cross your fingers. Uh, 10.
Hey, dead it is. Boom.
Yes.
Kiara does swing for the fences and does split open one of the Ettercap's bellies. I'll let you choose which one. And it falls to its death. Nice. Okay, perfect. So that ends that turn. A lot of things happen all at once. The Ettercaps continue their fight against you all. Ahmed is kind of double teamed, but is able to withstand another round. The second Ettercap attempts to bring Kyle back to the ground by shooting another web attack at him, but fails and misses. Good. He's going to get it back, though, which is crazy. Alaric, just coming out of the Cole's dimension door, chugs a potion with one hand and fires off 2 Eldritch Blasts with the other, one making contact, I believe, and one missing. Ahmed strikes twice with his longsword, and Kiara strikes the other one down with her axe. And that brings us to the top of the next turn. This Ettercap will again attempt to attack Ahmed. It's been working so far, so why fix what's not broken? The first bite attack will miss in this case. The second, or the web attack, will also miss. So Ahmed is able to fend him off. Kiara, after slaying the other one, maybe backing him up a bit. Second Ettercap here. Uh-huh.
Which one attacked him?
This one. Are you trying to attack it again?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
16?
Is that also a disadvantage?
No.
Oh, right. You're still
Oops.
recklessly attacking. I'm sorry. You're good.
Oh, it was a 9 for, but I
don't-
can re-roll if you want.
No. I forgot you were recklessly attacking. You're fine.
Okay, so it's 9, and then it was plus 5, 6, 7, so it's 16.
Yeah, that'll hit. You're fine.
No, that was the damage.
Oh, 16 was the damage.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is perfect. Alrighty. Ettercap number 2 here did get his web back. It's a recharge spell, by the way, and he's recharged that bitch 3 times. Excuse my language. So he's going to try to web Kyle out of the air again, and a 7 will miss. He can't recharge it again this turn, so that will be it for him. Thank you, Mel. He's going to try to roll for web recharge, and he recharges again. He's fired off 4 webs in this. Well, he will have in the next round unless he dies. Third Ettercap again is going to attack Ahmed, misses with a 15 and misses with an 11. Wow, these are with advantage, by the way. I don't quite understand.
Ahmed is just
yeah,
like blessed.
no, apparently so. But that brings us back to Alaric, and Laura is back. So go ahead, Alaric.
Mm, I'm guessing that the distance between me and this is like 30.
Yes, that is correct.
Uh,
Roundabouts.
Lark, Lark is going to use his movement to try to flank
Sure.
or the the ugly thing, and he will use he'll use a spell, a vampiric touch.
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll for that. It's a
It's an
melee attack.
roll.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me do that. It also counts as a advantage since it's a melee, right?
Yeah.
Like it's an attack
Yeah, in this
roll.
case I think would, yes.
Okay. Shake. Well, if since I'm also now poisoned, so I don't really have a disadvantage unless
Yeah, you're
Also
good.
like
also correct.
okay.
Hmm?
Okay. 27.
27 will hit, no problem.
Okay. So since I'm casting it at 4th level, it's 4d6.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Shake, shake. Okay, well, I'll heal for 4.
Okay, so it takes 8, and you
8
heal for
damage.
4.
Give me everything I need right now. All the health counts.
Yep. I think.
It's my last spell slot too.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think you can use Thirsting Blade there, and I don't think there's anything else that gives you a second attack, right? So that's your full attack.
Yeah.
Do you have any bonus
Yeah.
action you would like to use?
No. Bonus bonus action taunt. Call the creature ugly ass.
Okay, perfect. That is a concentration spell, just as a heads up. So you are concentrating.
Mhm.
You are ending your turn. I will point out to you that you still are channeling. Actually, that will drop your hex. So you were channeling hex the entire time there. Now that you've cast another concentration spell, hex is no longer exists. You had to break your concentration on hex in order to cast
When did
vampiric
I
touch
cast Hex? I
against the
don't remember.
werebores.
Oh yeah. That was a long time ago.
Uh,
But yeah.
well, long time in days, not a lot of time in game time. So
Well, yeah, in real life. I mean.
Ahmed is up.
Okay, and he's still rolling with disadvantage?
Nah,
Or no?
well, it depends. If he's attacking this one, it'll be a flat roll because of the flank. If he's attacking this one, it will be a disadvantage, yes.
Hmm. We're going for here then.
Good choice.
Alright, okay, plus that. Ka-chow. No!
Miss.
Alright, we're gonna try that again.
Mhm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh, no.
Miss. Kyle, you're up.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna shoot this one because he keeps trying to get me with the fucking webs.
Okay.
Get off of me!
I wish you luck.
I'm still gonna move 10 feet away.
Perfectly fine.
Um, I'm not gonna use penalty on this.
Okay.
So, yep.
Yep.
You do
Still
you,
have Zep.
boo-boo.
You still have Zephyr Strike going, so
It's only for the first attack on the.
oh,
when
is
I
it only
cast
the once? It's not a
No, it's not ongoing.
oh yeah, it does. Okay. Thanks.
Um, 22.
Hits.
Oof. 12 damage
12.
for the first one.
Mhm.
Uh, shit. Forgot to roll with disadvantage.
Why are you rolling with disadvantage?
Oh right, never mind. I was thinking I was still poisoned.
You are not. Luckily, no one is. Moment.
Okay,
No.
with this one I'll use sharpshooter then.
Okay. Chance to kill then.
Oh, come on.
Well, chance
10.
over.
All right. Yeah, I believe that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Oh, you were up.
Cole's going to rush here.
Just for funsies, or do you have a plan in mind?
I had a plan, but then I started thinking again.
Dangerous.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna hit.
You won't be able to make it that far. You're about 60 feet away
Oh.
here. If you dash, I'll give you the
Oh.
distance, but you won't be able to attack this turn. I'll say that distance there that you're at is fine, but you're still about 30 feet away from this guy and, 10 or so feet away from these two.
I'll just vicious mockery this guy.
Okay, wisdom saving throw needs to beat a 16 and fails. Go ahead and roll your damage. 3 damage to this one. And he will be disadvantaged on his next attack, which may save Kyle's life. So let's find out. Kiara, you're still restrained, but you do still have someone within swinging distance. Oh, I'm sorry, before we do that, Cole, did you have any bonus action you would like to complete?
I can't use a scroll, right?
As a bonus action, no. Well, okay. No, not really. If you have a spell scroll that only requires a bonus action, maybe, depending on the spell. Are you trying to cast
It's
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to cast a mass healing word.
Yeah, that's definitely going to require an action because mass healing word is that a full action?
I believe so.
Healing word isn't. I don't know if oh no, it's a bonus action as well. Well,
You said mass healing.
yeah. Mass healing word is also a bonus action. Mass heal is a full action, but mass healing word is
Bonus action.
action. I mean, you can only cast it at 3rd level. I'll go ahead and allow it if that's what you want to do. Are you trying to target your whole team?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll your d4 plus your spellcasting modifier. It is going to eat up a whole scroll, though.
I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
That's fine.
Okay.
Trying to see how much dice I have to roll for it.
Just 1.
Oh, okay.
It's 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier. 2 plus 4 is 6. Everyone heals for 6.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
No problem.
I guess we'll try to get Alaric on the back end. Somebody remind Alaric because I'm not going to. Kiara,
Okay.
you're up.
All right.
Will do.
I'm going to swing at this one,
Okay. Recklessly attacking, I imagine.
of course. Ka-chow. 15.
It's
Fuck yeah. All right. Eight damage.
8 damage. Okay.
And dun, 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 dun,
Good.
23.
It's
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. That's it.
Yes, sir.
So this Ettercap here is going to disengage and try to run away. Running
Opportunity attack.
disengaging does not allow you to take that. Nice try
Oh,
though.
that has some.
Hmm?
Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from you even if they take the disengage action before leaving your reach.
That Sentinel?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Yes,
Go ahead. Go ahead then. I mean, I don't care. I don't actually care if he dies or not. It's kind of irrelevant to me, I suppose. You just really want to, I guess.
18.
That'll hit.
You sound so disappointed.
Fine.
16 damage.
All right. Well, you kill it. It tries to run away and does not make it.
Oh no.
Oh no. This one's actually going to shoot a web at its ally. It's
What?
it's
Uh-huh.
going to use its ally as a seeing that this one tried to run away and died in the process. It's kind of trying to offer up its ally or its ally as a sacrifice. So web attack, it's 19 will hit. So this creature is
Damn.
actually restrained.
Oh.
So offers up
What?
its ally for sacrifice and runs away. Skitter, gone.
That's
Yes.
messed up.
This Ettercap is utterly in shock, but it's going to take 2 attacks again at actually it's going to try to break the it'll try to break the restraint. It makes a DC, it makes a strength check. It will crit and succeed.
Wow.
And so, I mean, it really doesn't have a choice. I guess it's also going to try to run this away.
And then provokes opportunity attack.
Sure, from Ahmed. From Ahmed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Would he provoke it from both him and Alaric?
Technically, but Alaric's not here, so no.
Fuck!
Sucks to suck.
Laura! Alright, let's see. Can I pretend I'm Laura for 2 seconds?
No. Okay,
Damn.
Ahmed got the hit, no problem. Was that with disadvantage? Guessing no.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Give me a moment to re-roll.
Thank you.
I'm working on it. Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, the
First
Ettercap.
one misses. Wait, do I roll the second one?
No
Okay.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
problem. Alaric is gone. Laura's missing. Stunned by everything. Ettercap disappears off into the trees.
That's some bullshit.
That far? I can't shoot it?
You want to?
Yes, I want it to die.
Oh, go ahead. Sure.
It attacked us. What do you mean?
Go ahead. I don't know how Mayaliki would feel about this, but it's fine.
Well, too bad.
All right. Well, Mayaliki just cursed your dice, so that one missed. Missed
Wow.
twice. Mayaliki's curse gone.
Don't come back again.
Okay, so that'll end there. Concentration. It doesn't take you long, after the Ettercaps begin to flee out, Kiara and Ahmed break through from their restrained feet through the webbing. And when you're looking at it, it's pretty clear, where it is. You guys can step around it. Kyle doesn't have any issues, but Kiara and Ahmed go forward and kind of use their axe and their sword to clear the path for the rest of the party, and you make it out pretty easily. So, yeah, that covers that encounter. How's everybody feeling? Are we good? Do we want to go a little longer, or
I'm down to go longer if Laura comes back so we don't miss any more bug people.
right? Bernadette, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. Then we will do that. Goodbye. Okay. So you continue on, right? The Ettercaps scurry off into the trees. You continue to keep a close watch to make sure they don't come back, but both of them were pretty injured and seemed to not have wanted to fight to the death. Seeing 2 of them die, one of them attempted to sacrifice the other and ended up failing. Well, I mean, they succeeded in trapping them, but the Ettercap was able to break out of it pretty quickly, being kind of good with webs.
That'll be an awkward reunion later.
Yeah, kind of. But anyway, as the path continues, the forest again becomes more and more dense. But it doesn't take long before you do see a slight, again, break in the trees. You follow a path that leads north into the west, and you come upon the sign or a sign that this area is inhabited. And I believe this area is going to be pretty dark. So I think Cole and Alaric both have dark vision, but none of the rest of you do. I don't. Some of you might have light sources. Cole, move your token around a bit. Should affect. Just forget.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
what?
pretty cool.
Yeah. Um. And then I think that only applies to Cole and Alaric at the moment. You guys are the only two light sources. Kiara, Kyle, if you wish to light a torch or have a med light a torch, you guys can become a light source as well. But
Okay.
as of right now, it'll just be Cole and Alaric's dark vision that is kind of leading the party as we go forward.
I have dancing lights.
You do.
Ooh.
If you wish to cast that and place it in certain positions, I will give you control over the orb.
I'll cast them.
Okay. Then I will give you this. Not that. That is too big. Give you that. And I will give it a light source. What is the range of dancing lights?
It's 120 feet.
That is the range in which you can cast it. That was my fault. I should have clarified. What is the light range of dancing lights?
10-foot radius.
Boom. It's a dim light too, yes?
Yeah.
What is the difference here? Ah. Ah.
Whoa.
60 feet person cone.
I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. Be right
Yeah,
back.
I will too. Once I get this light set up and make sure everything's good there.
Okay.
Um, let's see. That is looks great and all, but
Back.
back. There. Now you guys should at least be able to see, I think. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. There we go. Now you guys should at least be able to see your characters, I think. And play around with that. So
Um, can I light up a torch?
sure. The torch gives what kind of light? 20 feet? 20 feet of dim light, or 20 feet of dim, right? Or is it 20 feet of
20-foot
bright?
radius, 20-foot radius, and dim light for additional 20 feet.
Okay. Here you go. You're wielding a torch in one hand. That's gonna make it really hard to shoot your bow with, but I wish you luck. Okay, I'm gonna step away and use the restroom really quick. I'll be back once Mel's back. We'll continue on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yo.
Oof.
Wait, I got a skill. Uh, it's called one with with shadows.
Uh-huh. You're becoming creepier.
It says that if I am in a dim light lit area or like dark area, I could become invisible.
I don't know if I want your invisible twitchy R near me. Still don't know you like
Oh,
that.
now you see me. Now you don't.
Alrighty, is everybody back?
I'm
Yo.
here.
Yeah.
Bernadette, are you there? You're muted. Okay,
I'm back.
like you're there. Perfect. Okie dokie. So I gave all of you a little bit of light because it seems like in the dark, you couldn't even see your character, which is cool, but also
Oh, one sec. Laura, give Alark 6 health points.
right.
Oh yeah. Why?
Because we said
Because we said so.
you got
Uh,
you got a 4
Heal.
hit.
Yeah.
is it temporary or just my
No.
current hit point?
No, you have 6 more health points. You got the healing forehead kiss from Cole.
hmm
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys
Wait.
went in the bush and started making out.
Did I consent to this?
Rejuvenating.
No, why are you being gullible? Of course not.
Okay. So I gave Kiara and Ahmed 3 feet of light just so you can see your token, because if you can't, apparently if you don't have any light, you're just lost in the dark. So I want you to be able to at least control your token, but you can't see anything outside of that, outside of what Cole and everyone else sees. So for example, I'm going to take
Oh,
control.
that's
If you look at Ahmed out here, right, you guys can all see
Mhm.
him.
He can see himself.
Right,
Yeah.
he can see himself, but he can't see anything else around him unless he's sharing light with someone else. So
Okay.
in this case, Alaric and Cole both have cones of vision because they have dark vision, but
Mhm.
no light source besides Cole's dancing lights. If you guys are trying to change your direction, both Cole and Alaric, you're going to need to rotate your character.
Whoa.
Whoa.
How do you
See,
rotate?
you click on the character and then there you go. Click on it and then there's that little circular looking arrow. Yours doesn't matter because yours is a torch. Yours gives off radiant light. Theirs gives off directional light. Well, directional vision technically. So
Who's got the torch?
Kyle has a torch,
Me.
which yeah.
I'll probably have a med and I go ahead and light up a
Hold on.
torch.
Okay.
Let me open this in a different browser because Chrome is choking right now.
You need to have hardware acceleration on. I think they changed the name of it for now.
Bless
It's
you.
not hardware
Bless you.
acceleration. It's called
Thank you.
it's called something else, and I don't remember what it is.
Uh, let me see. Performance.
I think if you just look up acceleration, something's going to pop up, whatever it's called now. I'm going to steal one of your characters really quick. I need to see how this works. Oh, good. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Steal dancing lights. Yeah, perfect.
So it's settings.
Tiamat, get down. Come here, baby.
No, let her fly.
Her fat ass. She's trying to climb the walls.
You can fly. You.
Tell me your tub of love. Easy, baby girl. Lilith is over here fucking terrorizing her because she's trying to establish some dominance as alpha.
Hmm.
Yeah. So she's trying to pick on her sister right now. And every now and then she gets bold and tries to mess with Pickle. And then he puts her in his place. One day she's going to wreck his shit. And then she's going to try Dusty. And that's not going to go well for her. He's your baby.
Can't find it. It doesn't. Well,
Oh,
still, I'm just gonna go the other one and see.
Oh, come here.
There.
Oh, you my baby girl.
Yeah, it's called graphics acceleration. I found it as soon as I typed
Oh,
it in.
oh, I saw that. I think. Let me double check. It wasn't.
Yeah, it needs to be on. And you'll probably need to reset the browser.
Yeah, let me that real quick. Oh yeah, relaunch. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, much better. Hell
Yep. Yep.
yeah. I could see the fog. There's no delay or twitchy things. And I could spin at
Now you can spin. Everyone can spin. Add light. Not exactly what I want. 10 feet. Okay. So you should all be able to see your tokens over here. This is the talking order, the walking order for right now. You all should be able to see your tokens at least. I've described some of the light, but you are walking through a pretty dark area of the woods. So, like as I mentioned before, Cole and Alaric, as you look around, as you spin, you'll be able to change the cone of vision. Kiara and Ahmed do not have any dark vision whatsoever. So you, again, like I said, you can't see unless you're in another light source. And then Kyle has a torch that he's currently holding with 40 feet of light. But it is a rate.
Ahmed's gonna hold a torch for us, and I'm gonna stick with Ahmed.
Okay. That will give off another 40 feet of light. It is a fire. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Ahmed is holding a torch in one hand and his longsword in the other, which means he will only get a D8 damage on his longsword as long as he's doing that. And then Kyle's holding another torch. But regardless, Cole, you are up first in the walking and the talking order rather, and you can cast dancing light you so choose, or dancing lights, which is this thing, which I have given 10 feet of light as well.
Guess follow the path. Guess he's
Is
gonna
that-
follow the path here, right? There's a path here, right?
Kinda,
So
yeah.
So he's kind of gonna like guess that there's a path here and he's going to go.
We follow?
And yeah, he's gonna gesture to he's gonna wave them over like follow me. I think I see a path.
Okay.
Bring your lights.
Crap.
Alrighty. That is Cole's moving up. Alaric, you're next.
Alaric is gonna follow Cole, but he's gonna focus more on this area because he sees some interesting stuff.
Okay. Sure.
He's gonna just advance a little bit.
Not a problem.
Just take a. This is fun.
Good. ER up.
I'm moving up with Ahmed as well. Right here. Seeing what looks like a well where Alaric is looking.
Okay. And Kyle. Looking right up. Okay, so gnarled bushes and dead trees surround a rundown. What you see here is a rundown wooden shack in front of you. A wisp of smoke is rising from a rotted out hole in the roof that appears to be lined with a dark oozing fungus. South of the shack, nearest where Lark is, there is a low stone wall that forms the perimeter of a large hole. And that's probably about all you can see at the moment, given where you're standing. But we'll go to the top. So, Cole, you're back up there.
He's going to check everyone. Going to look at the well.
Good assumption that it's a well. Are you looking down into the well?
Um,
Oh,
it,
Could
Kiara.
Not.
What?
No. You go on ahead. You're approaching the well. What is Cole doing?
He's like eyeballing it, and he's like curious, but he's also like this. It feels like a very bad idea to glance down there.
you wouldn't know unless you try. So do it.
Oh my Alaric, stop being a bad influence.
He wants to look, so I'm not stopping him.
Don't
You know,
don't push me down.
I'm not. I'm standing right there. I
I
know I'm gonna
wasn't thinking about it until you said something.
Don't do it.
Fine.
unless something comes in and drags you deep down.
No. Okay, he's going to just
Just a little peek.
just a little peek.
Just
Yeah.
a little quick
Down.
peek.
Yeah, just a little quick. Get ready to book
You're
it in
ready
case.
to rumble.
That's fine.
Ready?
Yeah, I mean, you confirm that it is a well. but it appears to be abandoned. That whatever wood stand that was over it, or any kind of bucket or rope or string, seems to have been long gone. And at first, you can see that the well itself, the wall is about 5 feet high, so you don't have much in the sense of like you have to look over, right? You kind of have to get up and bend just a bit. Um, Oh, I'm so sorry. No, it's a 2 foot wall high. If you get within 5 feet of it, you can see and measure that it's 2 feet whole or 2 feet tall, as far as the wall goes. But it's dark, and as you look down, you can see that it appears to be dry too. It's extremely old. Um, there doesn't seem to be any water within a reachable distance, and in fact, it just looks really like almost pitch black. What is you have dark vision, which is nice, but again, it's just really all gray. What is your passive perception?
My
Passive perception, yes. There'd be in a block underneath your ability scores.
Yeah.
16.
That's good. Because you are just perceptive enough to see a part of the wall shift and a very large creature coming out at you. I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Goddamn.
I hate it.
Oh, it's one of these guys? We can fuck that up.
It's a bit bigger than one of those guys, but yeah,
Is it?
it is much bigger. Yeah, this is, as you can see, it's 10 feet instead of just a small
Damn.
5 feet.
Why am I getting such low numbers?
Kyle.
Oh, Kyle. Poor baby.
So AC checking.
No.
So AC check for everybody. Alaric is 14, Cole, Ahmed, and Kiara are all 17, and Kyle is 18.
Correct.
Rectamundo.
Okay. Then let's go with Alaric. What is your initiative?
18.
18. Pretty good. Not as good as the monster, but pretty good. Cole, initiative?
It's not.
9.
9. Ahmed? We can wait. That's fine. Kiara?
10. Sorry, I forgot that I was rolling for him.
No, you're not. Technically, Kyle is. Kyle?
Oh.
He has advantage, correct?
Yeah, but what is your initiative first?
6.
6. Yes, he has advantage.
For Med is 14.
14. Okay, not really all that great for any of you. Let us say so. Alaric cannot be surprised again. In this case, Cole is not surprised because he had a higher passive perception score, but the others you are. So I don't think there's a surprised thing. There's not, but it doesn't really matter. Ahmed, Kiara, Kyle, all three of you will miss your first turn due to surprise, but it doesn't matter because the Grick Alpha is going to come up and attempt to eat Cole's face.
No.
Oh,
Not
shit.
my face.
Luckily not, let's see.
Can I parry it?
Can you parry the attack from that far? Sure.
Yeah.
So one attack with its tail, 11 will miss. One attack with its tentacles, 20 will hit. And because it hit with its tentacles, you are going to take 26 slashing damage, Cole.
Okay.
And it will get an attack with its beak. 16 will miss. So 26 slashing damage to Cole on that hit.
Goddamn.
All right. Alaric, you cannot be surprised, so you are up. Mhm.
This bitch walk up and attempt to do a normal attack.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do right here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna Wait, where is my character?
You can
sheet?
consider this map accurate, so measurements should work if you're trying to measure things
Oh.
out.
Okay, so I just right here. My character sheet.
Oh, I should also point out that this is what this thing looks like.
Let me see. Ah, stop! This is shiz.
It does look a little similar, obviously, to the Grick that you fought in the lower temple, but it is much, much bigger.
I'm attempt to cut one of the tentacles off.
I wish you luck.
All right, normal rapier attack. 8.
Maybe we should run.
I'm gonna cut it.
Okay.
26
26?
hits.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, it misses.
Oh.
No, you're good. Just kidding.
What?
Just kidding that time. It hits, it's fine.
You got me. I was like, yeah, maybe I should just leave.
So about running.
Okay. Okay.
Circling back to the
okay.
running.
You got me that one. You got me. Okay, plus shake. 12.
12 damage.
Yeah, 12 damage for the first one, and then my thirsty blade will try to attack one more time.
Mhm.
Um, shake. 19.
Just barely hits. Yep.
Okay. I'm shaking. I'm actually sweating right now. 6.
6 more damage. All right. That's all I want to do. Went backwards. There you go. All right.
Bonus action that Alar cusses because he forgot he's not like before, so he cannot really disengage.
It's true. He forgot.
He totally forgot. He forgot how to do the disengage without getting hit.
He forgot. Yeah. Just completely forgot how to do it.
Kyle's confused why he's not doing it.
True. Yeah. His arm.
Shit.
You try to disengage, but your arm twitches the rapier in your hand, and you're forced to stay. It holds you in place.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, we stand in place.
All right. Ahmed is surprised this round. Kiara is surprised this round. Cole is not surprised this round, but you do have a very large Grick in your face. So, whatever you'd like to do.
Thunderwave.
Hey, okay. Go ahead and tell me what Thunderwave does.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, love it. Okay. So, from there, let's have... well, we'll say Kiara's outside. Alaric and the Grick must make a... It's a 15.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is good. 15 by 15. So we're fine there. Alaric and the Grick. Constitution saving throw from you, Alaric.
Alark slowly looks at Cole.
as Cole disappears with a thundering crack. Perfect. Love.
Constitution, right?
Yes. And the Grick will save. So go ahead and roll your 2d8.
Motherfucker.
Okay. Well, Alaric,
Oh.
good news is you get a disengage, but not in the way you wanted it to be.
Alark flies, takes 2 flips, and then
Yeah.
and lands face first.
Cole was just very surprised by he didn't want his face eaten. He's so sorry, Alark.
Cole, go ahead.
Alark still face down, gives you the middle finger.
Go
Fair
ahead
enough.
and roll that damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
What level are you casting that at?
Um, just I think at first level,
Okay,
he was surprised.
sure. 2d8.
Swear to God, if it's maxed out, I'm just gonna.
9 damage. So Alaric will take 9. The Grick will take half, rounded down to 4. And Kyle's turn is over because of surprise. Actually, any bonus action or movement you'd like to make, Cole?
He would like to cry.
Good for you. Good for you. That's free.
No amount of crying will make me forgive you for this one.
He's so sorry.
Alrighty. Then we're back up to the Alpha, who is going to attempt to eat Cole's face one more time.
Please.
Let's see. The tail attack. Trying to beat a what? 17? Everyone has 17. Tail attack will hit for 13 damage. The tentacle attack will hit for 24 damage.
Oh no.
And the beak attack will miss. So you're going to take a total of 42 damage on that turn.
Oh no, I'm down.
Cole is knocked unconscious. Boop.
No.
And
Goodbye, world.
therefore his
Don't let it eat me.
light source is gone. Boop. Okay. Yeah, well, the Grick doesn't really see a reason to do anything else, so it's gonna chill in its little awful hole. Alaric, you're 9 damage lower, or 9 health lower, but the Grick just ate Cole's face. Technically, it didn't get a beak attack off, so it just beat the crap out of it with its tail and tentacles. So, face still intact, I guess.
Whoa.
Karma.
So we running?
Just leave.
Are we grabbing Cole and running?
I was about to say that. Grab him and run. Run. Shit.
Um.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, it's a surprise round. Alaric is just so like,
I thought the surprise round was over.
It is now, but Alaric was never surprised, so it didn't matter.
uh,
Eldridge blast that bitch. Something.
you know what? I'm gonna move back as much as can't really see the grid. So let me. If I move this way, uh, is there gonna be like any like blocking my way?
I will say this, all these wooded tree areas, we're going to say is difficult terrain. So you're going to have your speed through there. So if you're moving in a straight line back here, it'll be 15 feet of movement that you have, which will get you, I mean, there. Again, this will probably provide cover for the Grick if you're trying to shoot through it. So wherever you think is best.
Oh, okay. Didn't think it was gonna leave Cole unconscious. I think I don't know, where's my ruler? Alaric would like to move like one, 5, 10, and then I can move diagonally, right?
Mm-hmm.
15, like right here, and I don't know, try to maybe drag Cole away from the.
Okay,
Can I?
sure. Go ahead, make a, I mean, yeah, you can, what's your strength?
0. I mean, my modifier is 0.
But it's 10.
Yeah, it's the.
Yeah, you're fine. You can only move half speed dragging coal though.
Does it costs an action to drag him, right?
Yeah, we're gonna consider this like an yes, it's an action.
Okay, so I've spent 15 feet of my movement, so I still have 15 more. So how much do I just
I'll give you
round it
10.
down or round it?
I'll give you
Oh,
10.
okay, so yeah, I'll just drag him one like right here.
Okay, sure.
All right, and bonus action yelling at everybody. We're leaving. Run away.
Okay.
We can't beat this thing.
We're going to fight a literal demigod, but this Grick, too much. This really bodes well for the success of our mission.
Listen, I'm exhausted, okay? I have
Mhm.
no spell slots. I'm hurt, and I just got thunder blasted right in
Well,
the face. I'm
welcome,
not ready.
welcome to the life
All
of a warlock.
unconsciously, like, I didn't mean to do it.
Unconsciously
Imagine.
having nightmares of thunder waving Alaric. The last
It's
thing he
called
saw.
instant karma. Don't hit your friends next time.
It was an accident.
Ahmed is up next. Kyle, Ahmed's all yours this combat.
So are we running?
I mean, we can keep trying.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Um.
Afterwards, we definitely need to find somewhere to rest, though.
Yeah.
Well, no matter what, we need to do that.
And good things there's this shack right in front of you.
I know.
That'd be convenient.
Ahmed's gonna move up and he's gonna dodge.
Oh, okay, cool. Ahmed dodging, love it. Bonus action? Any?
Hmm. No, I don't think he can do anything.
Okay. Kiara.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go around to flank.
That seems pretty far. Can you do that?
Hold up. Let me.
Yeah, I'll
I have
say you
I
can.
have 40 feet.
Oh, that's right. You have 40. Okay. Sure.
Okay. So I'm flanking
Mhm.
and let me get my stuff pulled up. Eat. Okay. And so that means I'll get advantage.
Mm-hmm.
28.
Oh, with a crit.
Got a net 20 in there.
Okay.
Okay. Let me do this. Good. Got it. 10
Remember, just roll once and then add your minimum.
Oh, I had the thing written out.
Yep. Oh, you didn't write the number, you wrote the formula.
Yeah. I did 10 plus my strength mod, which is 4, plus my dueling, plus my rage. That's 18. So 18 plus a d10.
Mhm.
28.
Ah,
Max. Fuck yeah.
28. Pretty crazy.
Right? Okay, so 28 damage on the first one. And a 24 for the second.
We'll hit.
Okay. 7, 8, 9. Jowl. 14 for the second. And I raged for my bonus, so I think that's it.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Cole unconscious. I will roll Cole's saving throw. Okay.
Oh shit.
Am I alive?
And
You'll
you'll find out in 2 or less turns, I suppose.
Uh-oh.
Kyle, you are up.
Oh.
Um, I stick the torch on the ground. Can I do that?
I'll let you drop it. As far as like sticking it in the ground, probably not, but
Okay. And I'll take out my bow and shoot him.
okay.
Shoot the bit.
Utah. Utah.
Bro.
That will miss.
Bam!
Hmm.
You got this.
$19.
Ooh, just barely hits.
Okay.
You got a plus 10 to damage, right? That was with your sharpshooter?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I have 11.
What? Why 11?
So it was 10, but since we leveled up, my dex increased, so it went up.
Oh, no. I just mean sharpshooter itself is a plus 10 to damage. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're to hit, I understand. But minimum damage will kill. It doesn't matter what you roll here because of the 10. So you do. Okay, so Kiara rushes behind it and
25.
what how does it 25?
Hmm?
Was it is that what it was? 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Um Anyway, it's dead. So Kiara rushes behind it and slashes at it twice, making contact with both. In doing so, it lets out this scream of pain, and Kyle takes that opportunity to place an arrow straight into the back of its throat, piercing whatever the thing calls a brain, and putting it down as its body falls back down into the well in which it came. There would be a splash, but there's no water down there, so it's just a thud as its body hits the bottom of the well.
We did it.
Boom.
Ew.
Cole, you're up in first in the talking order. I'll go ahead and roll your saving throw again. Okay. Alaric, you're up next.
Uh, 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 can a lark take a greater healing potion and pour it on his face or something? Yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, he'll do it. Yeah, I have a 1 greater healing potion.
All right. 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4.
Point out that this disappeared too.
Shake. 11.
All right. 11. Cole is no longer unconscious. You regain 11 health points, Cole.
Does he
I
also
had
burn
a
his
dream.
face?
I had a dream that I thunder waved a lark.
Sure.
Oh, thank goodness it was all a dream, eh?
Thank
Eh?
So I
goodness.
would
Yeah.
do that.
Totally a dream.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Right.
I'm not gonna talk to you. Just
No.
Let me give you your light back. There you go. Light
Wait, and
required.
all I do have a genuine question though.
Hmm?
Does his face grow back out of character? Like, does it?
I mean, the wounds have partially healed. 11 hit points isn't a ton, but yeah, I mean, obviously, the most severe of the wounds have healed themselves, and he is able to gain consciousness and not die from his injuries. So, sure.
Okay.
My face was eaten. He's like touching his face. He's like, oh, my face. Kiara's my face eaten. Is it okay?
It'll get better. Just give it some time.
It'll get better. It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, 'tis but a flesh wound.
Okay.
You
All
could
right.
try to peek down if you want.
No, no. Oh, he's like not doing that again.
I remember
With
that
any
dream.
well.
Well, let's go up into that shack up there and take a rest. Maybe your face will come back after you take a nap.
Yeah, Alaric is exhausted. His back is hurts him. He's too old.
I'm just
Not
gonna
because I
grab
wonder
some
what.
like random mud, a couple leaves, and spit into it, and just mush it on Cole's face. Be like, that works, right? I saw a druid do it once.
That gave me the shivers. I literally
Cole will just like blindly believe her because he trusts Kiara. Okay.
I mean, it
Okay.
worked when the druid did it.
It kind of stings. Is it supposed to do that?
Kind of stings.
I think that
What?
means it's working.
Are you a druid though?
What does that matter?
Uh,
Gets
so
an infection.
I'm
I
just
think
gonna
a short
grab
rest
Cole's
would.
wrist and like guide him to the shack.
Sure.
I think a short rest would be really nice right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kiara, Cole, start heading towards the shack. Kyle.
Same here.
Okay.
I'll start heading towards the shack.
Okay. Yeah, so is the goal to make it into the shack?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Perfect. Yeah, as you make your way, go ahead and somebody go ahead and put your token like right here. Actually, it'd either be Kyle or Ahmed. I don't care which one. As you get closer, you can see that there is actually another building off to the east that you didn't see originally because it was hidden behind the trees. You guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Okay, yeah, you guys can see it now. Okay, perfect. So
Are there windows that we can peek in?
which building are you speaking of?
Either.
No.
Okay, this one.
No.
Okay.
The east building over here does seem to be a pretty larger, like a slightly larger building than the others, and it seems to be covered in these creeping vines. In fact, as Kiara goes ahead and tries to look, the windows seem to be either boarded up or just covered in this fungus or moss or these vine-like structures. There is no way to see inside that building. Who's going?
Damn.
Who's going in the door?
Can we real quick see if there's a traps or
Sure, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Cole's up first, technically, so you guys are in.
I learned my lesson with the well. You
I'll
still
check for
traumatized?
traps.
Okay.
I'll check for traps.
Perception check.
Thank you.
$18.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not. It's certainly not trapped. In fact, the door looks pretty dilapidated. It is being held in place by just the barest of latches. It's not going to take much effort to push that door open at all. Anything as far as physical traps or any like real dangers on the outside of the door are not apparent to you at all.
All clear.
Okay. Alaric,
Yeah,
you wanna slip inside Mr. Invisible? Check it out.
sure, sure. I I do have a skill, one with shadow. I could maybe go invisible in my use my action to go invisible.
Does that not require a spell slot, or is that just something you can do?
No, it doesn't really say. It says when you are in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to become invisible until you move or take an action or a reaction. So,
So
So you
sure,
can't be invisible and move.
you go invisible, stand right in front of the door, and then as soon as you go to open the door, you're going to be uninvisible again. But you can do it if you want.
Yeah.
gonna work now that I think about it.
You just have to stand still.
Like how
Just
I've
sneak. Like just be stealthy.
this reminds me of that one scene from Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's just standing still eating chips.
It's so funny.
You cannot
Never
see.
mind then. We'll just open the door slowly.
Okay,
Hopefully no one sees.
sure. I probably shouldn't give that the light source because I think it's hidden. Well, it won't matter. I think most of you will be able to see it here in a second anyway. As you open the door, Alaric and Kyle standing right beside you, you are greeted with a grisly scene. The inside of the shack is in a terrible state of disrepair. The only contents of note are a ramshackled bed, a scratched up table, a warped wooden shelf with several containers on it, and a fireplace with wooden spoons and ladles hanging from the hooks above it. Now you can see that fireplace is in fact lit, and standing next to it are two figures bound and gagged in front of what appears to be a very hideous woman. One of which is being held captive by a knife to their throat. And this is essentially what you're seeing over here.
Ugh.
Kyle.
Is this a hag?
She maybe. The two in front of you certainly can identify, or the two people in front you can certainly identify as dryads, as you've seen a couple of them in the clearing before. And sure, Alaric, Kyle, you both have had interactions with the hag before, or with a hag, not one of these hags. This is quite a bit different in the sense that, it's a different color, I suppose. But regardless, she, in a very croaky, kind of gross, gravelly, ethereal voice, welcomes you to her home and thanks you so very much for sending out that loud, welcoming sound that she heard just a few moments ago, and asks you if her pet Grick is still alive.
Oh God.
But that will end today's session.
Which
Oh.
one said
shit.
that?
Huh?
Say that again.
Which one said that?
The hag.
Okay.
You guys can all see that, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
The hag, yeah.
I mean, technically, I guess Ahmed can't see anything. You guys, Kiara can probably see into this corner now. Kyle and Alaric can see fine. Cole is, probably blind, but I can only do so much with shadows. Sorry. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We will start the next session by rolling for initiative, and then you guys can decide what you want to do from there. So.
All right.
My plan was to get through this fight before the end of the day, but that's how the cookie crumbles. So,
It's okay.
we should still be able to finish next session. It'll just be like, combat. Yeah, I think that's it. Are there any comments, questions, concerns before we all depart.
Thanks
Fireball.
Oh God.
Fireball. You might taste a fireball in a second, but
Oh
Uh,
shit.
Oh no.
I just wanted a little nap.
like
Yeah.
Little Red Riding Hood over here trying to. This bed is just nice, but it's occupied by a hag. So
Oh god.
actually, was that Little Red Riding Hood? Little Red Riding
That
Hood was a
was
wolf.
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks was the bears. Sorry, I'm getting my
Oh.
folklore tales mixed up. Well, maybe this is. And maybe you could be Little Red Riding Hood, only this isn't your grandma, and it isn't a wolf. So, all right then. Well, if there's not anything, I'm gonna definitely quicken in the stream. If you have anything for me, I will be back after that. But if not, then love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Bye. Thanks for the session.
Bye.
Take care. Bye bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Alrighty, friends, that is it. That's all she wrote for today. So, took a little bit longer. That's just kind of how it goes, right? Not a problem. We made it to the hag, which is kind of what I wanted. That Grick did a lot of damage. I mean, it hit pretty much one-shot Cole. But I don't know what they're going to do here. I hope that they figure it out, because the hag isn't, hags by themselves aren't the strongest things in the world, but they're certainly not weak. So it could be a problem. But if they're careful and they play it smart, then they will, they'll make it out of here, make it out alive. But it was good. I wish this wasn't so bright. I wonder what's giving off all this light. Is it you? No. It might just be this shadow. Not sure. But regardless. Oh, never mind. Everything's fine now. It's weird. Now it looks fine. Okay, well, I don't know what it was. But regardless, that is it for this session. We should be back tomorrow with some more, and Friday with some more Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Saturday and Sunday. I don't know about Saturday. Brittany, one of the nurses where Brittany works, just had a baby apparently, so she might have to cover the shift on Saturday. If she's here, then I won't be streaming. If she's not here, then I will be streaming. Just kind of how it goes. But either way, Saturday, Sunday, we'll be streaming Jedi Survivor if we're on. Shouldn't be a problem on Sunday, but still. And then next week should be pretty normal. So I think that is it for us today. We ended up going to... I didn't use foul language. What am I watching? What language am I watching? Regardless, that is going to be it from us today. So, as always, love you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here while you can. And I will see you all soon, I hope. Bye, everybody.